Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day, of course, man. I don't have any complaints at all, man. Had a good day at the gym today, you know what I'm saying? Had a real cool, chill vibe going on at the crib as well, man. Feeling extremely blessed and at peace. You feel what I mean? I hope y'all doing the same, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. My boy Coffee Plant, Shay, what up? Glizzy, what up? He said, bless up, Mark. Likewise, my brother. I appreciate you coming through and sending your positive energy my way. You feel what I mean? But before I can even get on live, I had somebody talk crazy to me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it right now. He said, what you mean what it does for Jaron Ennis? What does it do for Jaron Ennis? Does he want a Crawford shot or his fans pushing that narrative? Stop gassing this dude up, man. Just because he's from your turf, just keep it real. Now, we're going to approach this. Well, we're going to say off the rip is eat a dick. That's just like off the rip. Just because you talking to me like that, I'm going to respond that way. But let's just break this down piece by piece. Shout out to Boxing Film. He said, what you mean? What does this do for Jaron Ennis? I didn't ask that. I said, what does this mean for Jaron Ennis? You fucking idiot. So that's part number one right there. Does he want a Crawford shot or his fans pushing that narrative? What narrative are you talking about? I didn't even get into my live yet, and you already talking shit. What narrative am I pushing off of my title? It says Terence Crawford vacates WBO title. Brian Norman, new 147 champ. What does this mean for Jaron Ennis? What narrative is being pushed in this title? Goes on to say, stop gassing this dude up, man. Just because he's from your turf, just keeping it real. Bro, Boots could be from Nebraska. He could be from Iowa. He could be from Idaho. This motherfucker could be from Seattle. This nigga Boots could be from Alaska. And I'm going to say the same exact thing that I've been saying about Jaron Ennis. It got nothing to do with him being from Philadelphia. Him being from Philadelphia is just a plus, for real. But if you take this exact fighter and you put him anywhere else, he would be one of my favorite fighters in boxing. He just has that style that I fuck with. So, you know what I'm saying? I just needed to approach that comment real quick. And, of course, he will make that comment while I'm not live. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. Whatever this dude's name is, Zachra, whatever the fuck your name is, you're a goofy. You feel what I mean? That's just all I wanted to say. Shout out to the boy Orlando Finney. He said, what's good, Mark and Mazuma Nation? What's going on, my brother? I really don't got no complaints, man. I just want y'all guys to hit the like button as soon as you come in. We got some things that we need to discuss going on in the boxing world. As previously mentioned, we're going to talk about Terence Crawford officially vacating his WBO title, making Brian Norman the new WBO 147-pound champ. And what does this mean for the top dog at 147? In my opinion, at this point in time, Jaron Ennis. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Blake, man, that's a funny ass name. He says, Boo's gonna fight Norman now. I mean, that remains to be seen, man. I would guess so. You know, Boo said that his intentions were, if he wasn't able to get the Crawford fight, that he wanted to unify the 147-pound division. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to become undisputed at 147. He made that clear that was one of his goals in boxing. And then he'll be moving up to attempt to do the same thing at junior middleweight. You feel what I mean? So obviously, with Brian Norman being, you know, the full status champion under the WBO at welterweight, I'm assuming Boots is going to want that fight. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Of course he will want that fight if his goal is to become undisputed. He can't be undisputed if he doesn't fight Brian Norman. So, I mean, I'm sure you could have answered that question yourself. But, yeah, man, it seems like that's going to be the fight that's going to be on the horizon or at least happen in due time. Because Boots is looking to do this as soon as possible. You feel me? So we definitely going to speak about that. Glizzy says, run it up, Mark. for sure. Hold on. Coffee Plant said, what does this mean for Tio? I mean, Teofimo could still get an opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez might be able to, you know, put in a petition for the WBO to become Brian Norman's mandatory. They might accept that petition. They might accept that request and automatically have Brian Norman face Teofimo Lopez if he would like to keep that title. You feel what I'm saying? It seems like that's something that Tio could do, similar to what, you know, Terence Crawford did with Jeff Horn and something that he attempted to do with Sebastian Fundora and shit like that. That's an avenue that Teofimo Lopez could take. So in all honesty, He can make that shit happen. You feel what I mean? He can really make that shit happen. Um, but we'll see. I don't know exactly what's next for Brian Norman. Look. This is Goofy. Look at this Goofy right here. He came back. He says, I get it. Jaron Ennis, a dude who was handed the belt and defended against someone who Bud already knocked out. And if he do gets a shot, just make sure you're not on here saying he was too young. First of all, what the fuck are you even talking about? You obviously don't know shit about boxing, my nigga. You said Jaron Ennis, a dude who was handed the belt and defended against somebody who Bud already knocked out. You do understand that initially it was Cody Crowley, but Cody Crowley failed his eye exam, so David Ebenezer was a last-minute replacement. You know what I'm saying? That was the best case scenario for an opponent, in all honesty. So the fact that you're attempting to discredit the man when he literally had no choice but to fight him on late notice, it goes to show that you are a legitimate hater, my brother. And, you know, I can't have conversations with people like you. Your energy is off. You're not thinking objectively. You're talking from a perspective of a bitch. You feel what I mean? So I don't really care to talk to people like you because there's no way of getting through your head. You feel what I'm saying? And if he do get a shot, just make sure he's not out here saying he was too young. That's not something that I don't make excuses for other men. That's something that bitches do. I'm sure that's something that you would do if Terence Crawford were to lose. You would probably say that Terence Crawford was too old. You see how that shit happened? You know what I'm saying? I don't make excuses for other men. If they sign a contract and they get in the ring, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing that I'm going to really do too much. You know what I mean? I'm going to give Terence Crawford his credit like I give everybody else their credit when they win, and we move on from the situation. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I give it up over here. I don't know if you're new to the channel. I don't know exactly what you know and what you don't know about the nation, but that's not something we really get into. You feel what I'm saying? And look, using profanity when you're talking boxing, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Look, oh, shit, I just did it again. Oh, shit, I just did it. Oh, that's another one. Oh, that's another one. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I curse on my channel. So what? You feel what I mean? What you say you are, and what you about to come and try to dictate what we do on my channel? I speak how I want. You know what I mean? You came off disrespectful off of the rip, talking about, you know what I mean, niggas is on bandwagons and all types of shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. I talk how I want. You on my channel. If you don't like how the way we giving it up, you can easily unsubscribe and go the fuck about your day. We still gonna hit that 2,200 mark. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm indifferent about your opinions. You feel me? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on with the people before I get into these discussions. Yeah, dudes definitely be chatting. I don't know who dude calling a cornball, but, you know, it is what it is. Why am I so invested in Boots? Bro, why are you so invested in Crawford? Why are you so invested in Crawford? Because you're a fan of that person, right? Since when only people in the boxing world will have a problem with you being invested in a fighter that you are a fan of. If you're a fan of somebody, of course you're going to be invested in them. If you have a favorite fighter, of course you're invested in them. What is wrong with being invested in a fighter that you happen to like to see fight? What is wrong with that? What's wrong with me being invested in another fighter? Do you have a favorite fighter? Is Terence Crawford your favorite fighter? Is Tank your favorite fighter? Regardless of who your favorite fighter is, imagine if I be like, yo, why are you so invested in this dude? If you have a favorite fighter, you're going to have some type of investment in them, whether it's like, you know what I mean, from an emotional standpoint, you might really fuck with that person, you know what I mean, whatever it is, man. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Crawford's your favorite. Okay, so based off of your logic, why are you so invested in Crawford? Why are you so invested in Crawford? You probably thinking right now, damn, that sounded pretty fucking dumb. Or you either thinking, why can't I be invested in Crawford? Why can't I be invested in Boots? It's one of my favorite fighters. I told you guys who my favorite fighters are. David Benavidez, I like Bam, I like Boots, the 3 Bs. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I call them, the 3 Bs. Those are the guys that I rock with. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But we always keep it objective on here. I hold motherfuckers accountable. You know what I mean? I put out a video earlier today talking about Turkey Al-Sheikh and whether, you know, he's the savior for boxing or is he, you know, contributing to the problem that's ongoing in boxing in terms of not getting the boxing fans the fights that we ultimately want to see. You feel what I mean? Making some great fights happen, but is he making the fights happen? We had a conversation about that, and I appreciate everybody that came through on the channel and showed love. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get this LED light on so y'all could, you know what I mean? Yeah. Get the light in a little bit official. You feel me? Yeah. I'm looking super light skin right now. Let me bring that down a little bit. Yeah, we good. Marky Dan, the historian, what up? For Mama Linda, what up? Boxing film, what up? If I didn't say what up already, you feel me? But yeah, man, let's get into the conversation, man. We definitely got to build, you know what I mean, about this shit right here. You feel what I mean? PYP Boxer, what up? He said English Canelo is the best shit talker in boxing. He's definitely one of the funniest. I'm gonna tell you that. That shit is absolutely hilarious, bro. That segment he had with Big Boy when he was saying like his favorite curse words, bro, that shit was comedy, man. Whoever taught that man English, they did a great job with doing that because, you know, Canelo, he's been having some hilarious moments since he's been getting confident in his ability to speak English, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel what I mean? Shout out to Canelo for learning that English and creating some good laughs. You feel what I'm saying? The funniest shit is when he told Berlanga, he said, if I fuck you up right now, the money is gone. Oh my God, bro. When I heard that shit, bro, I was almost in tears, my nigga. He straight up told you, like, yo, don't fuck this money up. He said, don't fuck your money up, because I will beat your ass outside of the ring. You feel what I mean? And Canelo will swing on a nigga outside the ring. We seen that happen with the nigga that was in the crowd. You feel what I mean? But nah. Let's get into this conversation, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. You know what I mean? We're going to speak about the big news that has hit the headlines lately. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Michael Benson for keeping me informed of what's going on in the boxing world. And in all honesty, man, I got to reach out to Michael Benson. I get so much of my information from him. I would like to sit down and talk with the man and, you know, just discuss the sport of boxing. You feel what I'm saying? But one of the latest posts that he had put out earlier today is Terence Crawford has now officially vacated his WBO welterweight world title, meaning Brian Norman Jr. has been upgraded from interim to full world champion. Let me see. He will move forward as WBA super welterweight world champion and has WBO interim super welterweight belt. Crawford currently still remains a WBA welterweight world champion, but it appears likely he could soon also vacate that belt, meaning and Montes Stanionis will be upgraded from regular to full world champion. So y'all heard it here, folks. You know what I mean? The WBC was already taken away from, I think Bud relinquished the WBC title, so that made Mario Barrios the full status champion, I believe. You know, just recently he let go of the WBO, so Brian Norman is the full status champion. So all these dudes that are pretty much interim or regular champions right now are being upgraded to full status champion. And that's what's going to be happening with Brian Norman shortly, according to Michael Benson. So with that being known, man, it's a whole new landscape in the 147-pound division. You feel what I'm saying? So now we have the IBF welterweight champion of the world, Jaron Ennis. We got the WBO world champion and Brian Norman Jr. We got the WBA soon to be full status champion in Montes Stanionis, and we got the WBC welterweight champion of the world and Mario fucking Barrios, man. So, you know, the division has been reset. You know what I mean? It went from having one champion in the division to having four totally separate world champions. You know what I mean? So now we gotta speak about what does this mean for Jaron Ennis and how he's gonna continue moving forward, because you know I was scrolling through the group chat. You know what I mean? I got a group chat on Instagram with some day one Mazuma Nation guys, you feel what I mean? And they were showing me, you know, the rankings. You know what I'm saying? And according to the IBF rankings, an opponent that Jaron Ennis had beat not too long ago, the one that had actually went the distance with Jaron Ennis, I think his name is Karen, and I ain't even about to pronounce his last name, but it was the guy that Boost went to the decision with not too long ago. Apparently, he's the number one guy in the IBF. I don't know if the IBF is going to be mandating that fight anytime soon, but I'm not really understanding him in that ranking. The IBF be having some funny rankings lately, man. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis being the number one guy for the IBF title at the time that he was a contender, it made sense because he was, you know, making a lot of noise. But the IBF has also, you know, had some weird mandatories for these top guys. Like, You know, the most infamous one that I could think of, in all honesty, is William Skull. You know what I'm saying? Being the IBF mandatory for Canelo Alvarez and ultimately stripping Canelo Alvarez as a result of not fighting William Skull. You know what I mean? Which I thought was pretty interesting because I never heard of the dude. And when you look through his box rec, he don't really got shit going on. There's nothing that's really standing out. There's nothing that really you know, catches your attention. You feel me? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, they got a little. Who's comparing him to Bud? Like, bro, listen, I'm not even about to get into this conversation with these dudes, man. It just sounds like a whole lot of hate going on. You feel what I'm saying? And in terms of passing the B-Hop, who the fuck is talking about Boots in terms of, yo, we want him to pass B-Hop so bad? Like, it's nothing like that. Hold the phone boxing. What's going on? What's going on? Salute. But yeah, man, we got 4 different champions in the welterweight division right now, and it's gonna be real interesting to see how all of this shit unfolds. You feel what I mean? Because Jaron Ennis has told you guys after the David Evanesian fight, that he's looking to become undisputed in the 147-pound division. So obviously that would mean that as soon as possible, Jaron Ennis would like to make those fights against those big names in the welterweight division. Will his mandatory get in the way or at least delay his process of becoming undisputed? I hope not. You know what I mean? I hope the IBF recognizes that, you know, that first fight, you know, between Boots and Karen wasn't a competitive bout at all. You know what I'm saying? Boots absolutely dominated the fight. Karen did not want to engage at all. And that's not a fight that we really care to see. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like anybody should be putting their money up to see this fight. And in all honesty, if they really try to force Boots' hand and act like they'll strip him for not facing Karen, bro, in all honesty, I wouldn't be mad if he just went up to the 54 division and said, fuck welterweight after that, because that's absolutely ridiculous, man. You know, I was actually one of the people, you know, and I'm speaking about this because this also has to do with IBF mandatories. I wasn't even mad that Canelo got rid of that IBF title. You feel what I mean? Why the fuck would he spend his time fighting somebody by the name of William Skull who has not proven himself at all? For all that, I'll just settle for the Edgar Berlanga fight. At least I know who the fuck he is. At least I got a track record of, or at least I have a history of keeping up with Berlanga fights. When has William Skull ever fought anybody, you know what I mean, notable, that we actually sat down and watched and was like, yo, this dude William Skull actually got some skills. Now, could he be a talented fighter? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? He might be a fighter that might be, you know, overlooked as of right now and slept on, and he might be, you know, a diamond in the rough. But, you know, that doesn't equate to him being worthy of an opportunity against Canelo Alvarez. Well, we got so many more fighters that are worthy, in my opinion, that aren't even getting the opportunity. So it is what it is. He said they won't Mazuma. The IBF doesn't play games. Fight your man, though, or get stripped. You see what I mean? So, man, they need a mandated first. Are they going to let Karen sit there? You know what I mean? I see that Cody Crawley is a number 3 guy. I would rather see Cody Crawley face, you know, the dude Karen, you know what I mean? And then afterwards, you know what I mean, they could get the mandatory from there. But, you know, I'm not really understanding. He said Berlanga, the Tito of this generation. Bro, you say some stupid shit like that again, bro, I'm blocking you, bro. Don't do that, bro. Like, that's just like, that's just dumb as shit. You need to watch your mouth and do your history. You need to do your homework before you make stupid ass statements like that. That'll get you blocked, personally. Like, don't say no stupid. You say some stupid shit like that again, you getting blocked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not doing that trolling shit, bro. You got chill out with all that. You got chill out with all that. You see what I mean? Yo, bro, we not gonna be, yo, listen, this dude, Zachary, whatever the fuck your name is, bro. We not about to be stirring the conversation based off of the questions that you asking. You know what I'm saying? We got topics that we gonna cover. And if you want to leave it for the end of the live to talk about it, then we'll talk about it. But I'm getting into what I'm getting into right now. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get into this shit right here. So, like I said, 4 new champions in the division. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis is making it clear that he wants to become undisputed at 147 pounds before he makes that move up to 154. So what should Jaron Ennis do in this situation, man? You see what I mean? I see that a couple of these fighters are with PBC, Stan Leonis and Mario Barrios Are they gonna give him any type of trouble with making these unification fights, being that he's no longer associated or working with PBC and that he's his own promoter in partnership with Matchroom Boxing? Will they give him trouble in facing both of those guys? Most likely, because PBC like to do their shit on their own terms. You know what I mean? They're not, when it comes to these big unification fights and shit like that, if it's not a substantial amount of money, they don't really like to reach out to other networks or work with other networks, point blank, period. You feel what I mean? And I think, in all honesty, they'll have Stanionis and Mario Barrios fight each other first before they reach out to Jaron Ennis, because they're both PBC fighters and they like to do things in-house. You feel what I mean? So don't be surprised at all if Barrios and Stanionis end up unifying before they even get anywhere near Jaron Ennis. So who does that leave? That leaves y'all boy Brian Norman in the mix. You know what I mean? I think Brian Norman is with Top Rank at this point in time. Top Rank has a deal with Riyadh Season, Turkey Al Sheikh. Jaron Ennis works closely with Eddie Hearn, who has a deal. I don't know if it's a deal, but he definitely has a strong business relationship with Turkey Al Sheikh. You know what I mean? So it just seems like that's the more realistic unification fight at this point in time for Jaron Ennis. Is Brian Norman somebody who, seems to be optimistic about fighting Boots at this time? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I brought this up on several occasions, you could tell that Brian Norman has the utmost respect for Jaron Ennis. And I think that's because he's dealt with that man personally in the ring in sparring sessions. I told you guys, according to some reliable sources, Boots beat the dog shit out of Brian Norman in those sparring sessions. Brian Norman knows that he is not on a Jaron Ennis level, which is why he called this man the final boss in interviews that he has done in the past. You know what I mean? He understands that Boots is on a different level than the rest of these guys, including himself. So if he's going to be facing Jaron Ennis next, or if he's going to be facing Jaron Ennis anytime soon, it's going to have to be for a substantial amount of money. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to have to be for a substantial amount of money. And with Turkey Al Sheikh being involved with both of these guys, business partners, it could be something that is very possible. Turkey Al Sheikh might offer Brian Norman a certain amount of money that he cannot refuse, and we might see that unification fight next for Jaron Ennis. So don't be surprised if the IBF and the WBO titles are on the line soon in the welterweight division. Boots, Brian Norman, and we'll be seeing a unified fighter in the division at some point in time. I'll see Stanionis and Barrios fighting each other, and from there, we might have two belts against two belts. You feel what I mean? So let's see what's going on. We got somebody by the name of Sean P in the building. So let's see exactly what he got on his mind.
Yo, what's going on, my brother?
What up?
Sean, same shit.
So what's on your mind, man? Talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is the first time I'm on your channel. I just seen it pop up because I'm like, let me see what's live and shit. I'm like, yo, let me see if this shit's a panel or what. I seen it was for the boxing and shit. I seen you was talking about like I just tuned in a couple of minutes ago. Boots and all of them. I'm not really that crazy about 47, but chilling, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I want you niggas to check out my brother Shushu Carrington, September 27th at the Garden. You feel me? Coming back.
Yeah, you definitely from New York, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hear it in your accent. All right. Yeah, we fuck with Shushu. Yeah, he nice. I was actually trying to get him on my panel, but he ain't answering no DMs and shit like this, so I can't really.
Mad humble, yo. One of the most humblest people. I'm telling you. I know he be busy and stuff. He moved like full time to Vegas to train out there, but his family lives out here. You feel me? So, I don't know where where you at, my brother?
I'm in Philly.
Oh, that's mad close. Chilling. All right.
Yeah. We right down the block. What up, Marky Dan?
Shooter.
What's up, man?
Nah, I'm maintaining, my brother. What you got going on?
Nah, man, I'm good. What's good, Sean?
Yeah, what's going on? Chilling, bro.
Yeah, Sean News, man. What's on your mind? Sean, talk to me. What you want to talk about, man?
Damn.
You just want to contribute to the conversation while we chop it up?
Yeah, it's your channel, bro. I don't really know anything boxing.
No, I mean we just you say you
Sean, he's a huge New York guy. Was one of the few people I know who actually fucks with Africa. That
I
whole ass
fuck with
nigga Richardson Hitchens.
I fuck with Hitchens, bro. I'm
Oh, so
telling
you
you, bro.
familiar with him? Okay.
Yeah, we just spoke. We were over at Black and Brown. He's a cool dude.
Oh, okay, cool,
I
cool.
love it, bro. I appreciate you. Bro, nothing. I just be supported, bro. Okay. What you guys think about Cool Boy? Since you're from Philly, Cool Boy got a fight coming up. His comeback fight from the
Oh yeah.
NOA. Yeah, he's on the. Him and Caleb Plant are also on the same card as I think it's
Canelo.
Canelo.
Yeah, he's on the Canelo Alvarez undercard, for that fight with Berlanga September 14th. Yeah.
Who we fighting?
He fighting somebody by the name of Castro. I'm not too familiar with his opponent or anything like that. I'm gonna have to do my Googles on him. But yeah, Stephen Fulton is back, man. He's had a lot of inactivity. He's had a few fights fall out. So he's been very frustrated lately, according to the people that I know personally that know him. So he's looking to make a statement, man. He fed up with what's been going on. I don't know if he's unsatisfied with PBC. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but
That
regardless,
could be it.
yeah, it could be. And a lot of fighters that I've been hearing from that have to do with PBC, they've been frustrated too because they've been struggling to get fight dates. And whenever they do get fight dates, it's pretty much reserved for like the well-known guys that's already climbing up the ladder. So it's like these dudes that are signed with PBC that happen to be prospects or, don't even got double-digit fights yet, or guys who just not the biggest stars like Benavidez, Spence, Tank, and shit like that. They've been having a hard time trying to get on these cards. You feel me? And even with that,
But
man, Stephen Fulton is unsatisfied due to the fact that they saying that he's gonna be on the prelims. So he's like, damn, that's how y'all gonna treat me. Yeah, he gonna be on the prelims,
Damn,
bro.
he's on the prelims.
Yeah, bro. One loss and he on the prelims. But you got to take into consideration too, man. Look at the opening card. You feel what I mean? They got well-known
bro, look
guys.
at my face.
All main
Are you
events.
serious?
My camera's fucked up right now on the streamer, but my face is. I'm like, damn, bro. Why they do my boy?
No
Scooter?
way.
Yeah, man. So you gotta think about it. Like the opening card got Rolly Romero, Danny Garcia, Erislandy Lara, and who else? Who
What
is
you?
Caleb?
Danny's back.
Bro, they
Oh yeah,
could
Danny.
have found a way to put
I
my
what
boy
you
Fulton on there.
what you think about Caleb Plant's fight and what you think? You right. Danny's back against that Laura nigga.
Well,
Is that the Laura nigga who beat Gary Russell or I'm bugging?
real quick. Let's stick with Stephen Fulton real quick. Then we're gonna go to that. So he's been expressing a lot of, anger. You feel what I mean? Because he was at the top of the 122 division. I mean, he was unified champion. He loses to Nayu anyway, who's one of the best fighters in the world, in all honesty. So I wasn't really, shitting on him too much for that. It's just that anyway, he's a special talent, in all honesty. You feel me? So he's looking to come back. He's looking to get his feet wet at 126. Even said that he wanted to just jump to 130 and get right back in the mix with them, but he'll take a stop at 126. In the meantime, come to find out, he's fighting on the prelims behind Rolly Romero, Caleb Plant, Danny Garcia, Erislandy Lara, and of course Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga. I don't think that he's that popular in comparison to those guys, so I understand why he's not on the main card. But prelims, at the same time, it is kind of disrespectful. You feel me? So
Yeah. Well, still though, I'm glad to see Fulton coming back. And Nui is my favorite fighter, so I was rooting for him against Fulton. But still, I didn't expect for him to get destroyed like that. I thought it was going to be a great fight. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm glad he's coming back. Before the Inui fight, I had him on my pound for pound list. The performances he put up against Leo, Figueroa, the heart, the grit he showed in there, and the versatility.
even the Daniel
Then
Roman fight,
yeah,
he
I was
dominated.
about to say the Danny Roman fight, that was a masterclass. And he started the first 8 rounds of that fight boxing. Then the last 4, he was trying to get him up out of there. So yeah, I look at Fulton as a complete fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I think he just needs, the Inui fight, that's tough. But I think he could beat Vargas. I think if he gets the Figueroa fight, he could beat him in the rematch. I think it's still some fights out there for him to prove himself in and to
Absolutely.
validate his greatness outside of Inui.
Yeah, I think that he could go to 126, and I would like to see him fight Nick Ball.
Yeah, that'd be a great fight.
I would like to see how Stephen Fulton goes up against that style. There's plenty of fights to
Damn.
take, but if he's jumping straight, if he's going to 130, there's some competitive fights there as well.
But if he fights Nick, but what you guys think about the whole thing about going overseas? Like I respect Scooter for going overseas, but because it's a little scary. Because imagine you scared about like the water you drinking and shit, like the food, the travel time. What you guys
Nah,
think about?
but like
What
I
you think?
feel like
I
then
mean,
you
my bad.
can't
What you think
then
about people like them
my bad,
saying
go
that
ahead.
him? Not my bad. What you? Because I'm gonna forget it. What you think about people like him coming to the states? Like him, I know he doesn't need it, like money wise in America, because he's selling out the whole country out there. But I'm saying, you think it's true that even with the drug testing out there, you think they should bring him type shit over here to the
What
states?
The
what
thing
what
is,
if I,
man, I heard that this man is doing so many crazy numbers in Japan that business wise, why would they bring him over here to take a loss? If they
True.
keep maximizing their profit and just keep running it up there in Japan, they gonna keep running it up in Japan. They ain't about to,
not
fuck up their little money system they got going on. What they got to bring them over
not
here for?
only not yeah, Mazuma. Not only that, Inui is fighting, or at least from what I've heard, he's fighting on the AJ Dubois. He's gonna be the co-main event at Wembley. So if you offer him the bag, he'll come. That's all it really is. It's no real point to fighting in America.
So
What
pretty
is
much,
there?
so pretty
Nah,
much
like
he.
what he's gonna do, what I think he's gonna do, he's gonna fight what's the name, Sam Goodman on this Wembley undercard, destroy him. Then they're gonna build the Nakatani fight. That's the big fight. Like there's really nothing going on in America. He can move to 126, and yeah, it's good fighters up there, but still, the Nakatani fight, that is the mega fight in Japan right now, bro.
Yeah,
That's the fight to build.
that shit would go stupid in Japan, bro.
Yo, when is Raymond Ford coming back? Since you said about Nick Ball.
Raymond Ford.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Raymond Ford. From what I last seen on his social media, he training out there at J Prince Gym out in Houston and shit like that. So it seemed like he just, he's staying sharp or whatever. But I don't know if he got any type of fight date or anything like that. I'm not updated with Raymond Ford at this time. I don't know what he got going on.
I chilling. Yeah, he had two back to back fights, and I know he was like
Yeah,
not
two
trying
back
to
to
like
back
chill at that
wars.
weight class, chill at that weight class, So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
he's also
what,
30.
what do y'all what do y'all think is going to happen next at 147? I told you guys that most likely, what I mean, Stanionis and Mario Barrios might be fighting each other for unification sometime soon because they under the same umbrella. And considering the fact that you know, Boots and Brian Norman's peoples both deal with Turkey Al Sheik, they might unify and they might clash at the end for all the belts. How do you think that should go?
Uh,
Brian Norman main event in his hometown, for to defend his belt, first one, top rank, something in house.
yeah, I don't see no unifications happening. At least not
I
this
don't know
year
about the big dogs. Nah, Mario Barrio, that's PBC,
or
and that's
next
the
year, to be
Ennis fight.
honest.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight, but that's the big dogs. Like, but for some easy shit, some easy shit, cause that's like 47, bro. That's a good. Boots, he just won, bro. He's chilling. He probably be back in the fall. Matchroom, he's definitely not fighting Connor Ben, because Eddie's not gonna, like, he was just setting up Connor Ben in Vegas, and he Connor Ben beat Pistol, and then Pistol he just lost to Jaleel Haggett, so they building up their own fighters, so they definitely not gonna fight. 47, bro. Bud just fought Mario Barrios. The next PBC card, damn, now he fought on Canelo's shit twice already. Damn. Um,
What are you talking about?
Mario Barrios fought on Canelo's cards like twice, like in the wintertime, and the recent one, the one where he got his eye closed to that last fight where he got his eye shut.
Yeah, he was fighting was that it was an
Nah, nah.
Argentinian dude he was
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah, but he was at his brother Mark, that Maidana's
It
nigga.
was Fabian Maidana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But, so
I
he had
like
the
that
name.
dude. He was nice.
Nah,
He's
Fabian.
punching. He looked like he was punching, but
He don't got that same. I don't feel like he got that same dog and like tenacity that Marcos had, but he definitely more skilled than Marcos.
Yeah,
That's
for
what I
sure.
think.
But like I was saying, man, I don't think no unifications are gonna happen this year. I could see the Barrios Stanionis happening maybe in the summer 2025. And Brian Norman, he's not gonna do nothing. He's gonna stay right where he is. He's gonna defend his title. He's gonna have Top Rank and ESPN hyping him up as something that he's not. I think Brian Norman is an ass kicking waiting to happen. Okay, that fight he had before this last one, where what was it? He got dropped in the first round. Like
I know
that
one of
dude.
his fights. I know one of his fights. They had him as an underdog on his own even top rank card. I remember the respect of the good win. He fought the nigga on the Olympic team. That was the leader of the Q.
Who?
Brian Norman. He fought that Q guy. He was like the leader of
I
the
know. I
Olympic
know
team.
he just fought Santillan, and he fought the dude he fought before that. Kept dropping him,
Quick
or no,
draw.
he didn't keep dropping him, but he kept catching him because he kept dropping his left hand.
You talking about Boha Chica?
Yeah.
Talking about the Puerto Rican dude. Shout out to Anonymous for bringing the name up. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
And Mazuma, one more thing. One more thing. I don't think it's no real like we could sit here and say like, well, unless Turkey put some weight behind Boots unifying the belts, I don't see them belts unifying. But I think there's really no value in Boots being at 147. He should drop that belt and move up and get in that 154 mix.
That's what a lot of people saying, bro. That's what
It's
a lot of
I
nothing
people.
mean,
there.
look, peep this. Look, it's the end of the year, right? So
You
they
know
probably already booked.
what's crazy though? If he move up, they gonna say that he ain't want no smoke with the other champions at 47. You already know how these. I'm telling
Man,
you.
opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Okay, I'm just saying the pros and cons behind making that move.
I think right now, business wise, bro, it's like about to be the end of the year. The venues they already like done bought them shits, and I think let's see now they already this shit's clearing out division. There's not a lot of fights coming up, bro. There's like that Usyk shit. That's their own shit. Turk shit. He got the bag, so he's doing his own shit. Fuck the belts with him too. Um, PBC they got Canelo. Is that Canelo Berlango? That's PBC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
PBC they doing that shit. So that's
Is
gonna be
it?
yeah, it is.
September. September, Usyk and the Usyk rematch.
Joshua. Then they
That's
got better
Christmas.
be
That's Christmas.
No, Usyk Fury.
Usyk and
Uh,
Fury is December
but that's
21st.
yeah. So that's around Christmas. So they booked that whole shit. So top ranky,
I'm
there's
gonna
gonna
be
be
buzzing for that rematch.
Top Rank is gonna be like pushing out like good cards like every other weekend between type shit. PBC they just announced type shit like out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie. Eddie Hearn he already be planning with his fighter like that Matias shit that happened was mad fucked up because they gave him a main event out there. He was like niggas
Yeah.
was quitting on the stool. Niggas was quitting on the stool to him like last five and they took him out there and he lost to like Liam Paro. Like Eddie,
Hey, but at the
he
same
got
time,
Liam
Sean,
Paro.
Eddie Hearn also said he wanted to invest in Australia, didn't he? And he invested in that shit. Did
That's
it
what he
come
said.
back to bite him or did it benefit him?
I mean, yeah, but he also, Matias. I be look. What you think about what Teofimo's pops be saying, bro? Is it true when he be saying all that crazy shit off camera?
I
Not
don't
like,
give a fuck about what T.O. did, guys. Fuck T.O.
not,
bro,
But I'm saying,
bro,
is it
that
true what he be?
motherfucker.
Is it true what that nigga be saying though? Sometimes, like he was at the
Like what?
comp.
No, don't listen to
What?
nothing T.O. Daddy got to say. What he
Bro,
say about
Nah,
Bud?
nah, nah,
bro,
nah, nah,
The
nah,
last
nah.
fight
we
was a
don't listen,
fluke. The last fight was a fluke
bro. We
when
don't
he was
listen to
talking about Bud.
we don't listen to dope fiends, my nigga. Like we don't do
Nah,
that.
he not a dope fiend. He just a drunk.
And look, he a dope fiend, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm from that. I know a million motherfuckers that act like him, and they either alcoholics or they dope fiends. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
they said he downed a whole bottle of whiskey the night before the Cambosis fight.
Hey man, it is what it is. Oh no, that's
R.I.P.
that's
to
a
him.
situation he got going on. Damn, they talk. Yo, this the thing though. Damn, they. Okay, all right, all right. So I want to see exactly what's going on with 147. Y'all, a lot of people don't seem like it's too optimistic. A lot of people not really optimistic about unification fights at 147. A lot of people feel like Boots need to move up to 154. So so y'all don't find any type of intrigue with Boots facing Norman, facing Barrios, facing Stanionis? Do you feel like any of them dudes could give Boots a quality fight at welterweight?
No.
Styles make fight. It's hard.
No, no, no.
Nah, it's not. You can't count nobody out, bro. I'm telling you, some shit. He like if the matchmaking is crazy enough, like, bro, one
I mean,
The
it's
the
pretty
Boots.
simple
the
though.
guy the
Boots,
guy who
and
would give him the best challenge
Boots,
is probably
Mario.
Stanionis.
Yeah, and that's because Stanionis a little, but this dude got dog in him too. Norman, he got dog in him. Stanionis probably the most.
Nah. Boots,
He probably
Boots,
the most
Boots.
gritty dude though. Stanionis probably the most rugged motherfucker.
And
Boots beats Norman. I'm not gonna lie. Boots beats
He
Norman.
beats all of
all
them.
all heart mean is that you could take an ass kicking longer. That's all that means, Mazuma. Respect to Brian Norman. Respect to whoever get in that ring. But when he get in there with boots,
Bro. I'm not really that yo. I fuck with Boots like that, but at 47, even look, bro, like who's really there right now
Goofy
that's
shit
really
you
like,
about to say. What you about to
huh?
say? Go ahead. What you about to say?
Nah, I'm saying who's at 47 that's really popping shit. Like, oh, no, there's nobody, bro.
They all moved up.
Yeah,
Connor
that shit.
Ben.
Hell, no, he's
None ain't
beatable
never
too,
beat nobody.
nigga. He's come on, bro. That nigga got popped out there.
Then,
They
then
brought
that's
him back
then
to
that's
Vegas.
exactly then y'all making my point. Drop that belt, move on up to the
Not, e-
154
not,
smoke.
e- it's not even the belt. I'm just saying who's there that you're really looking at. Like, damn,
Conor
yo,
Benn would have been a good fight for Boots if Conor Benn was allowed to fight in the UK. If Boots would have went over to the
Yeah, that's a
UK, he
fact.
could have made a stupid thing.
oh hell no,
That
hell, I don't
shit.
want him over there.
Why
Hell, they're
not?
gonna rob. They're
Did it.
gonna rob that nigga. Hell
Earl
no,
did
they're
it.
gonna. Hell
Earl
no,
did
they're
it.
gonna.
Man,
Bro,
but
Conor
Conor
Benn
Ben
will
not
not
gonna get
make
to the
it.
last round.
I'm not,
Conor
nigga. They're
Benn would
gonna.
not make it to the cards, bro. You think Conor
I'm.
Benn would make it to the cards?
If he, that's the thing. I don't think so, but I
There's
don't want
no
him going.
way. There's no
I don't
way,
want
bro.
him
I was
going.
seeing him getting his shit rocked by Pistol Pete bum ass. He not
Yeah,
standing up to no Boots
yeah.
assault, my
Pistol
nigga.
Pete was beating him to death. What you
Yo,
think Boots
Pistol
gonna
Pete
do?
respect.
was doubling up. He said, "Yank, yank."
That's what
Fucking
I'm
Conor
Going
Benn
to
saying.
the
over there.
body, hooks, uppercuts
That
to the
What?
that
chin.
Conor Ben, he's not. I don't consider him like a A class fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're talking, like that tier. Like Eddie's just hyping him up because that's his job. You feel me? Like he
This is a
brought him
good,
back.
good
No,
point.
no. I feel like he was a really good fighter when he was on the drugs, man. He was knocking
154
shit
is
out.
definitely where it's at, bro.
Yo, that's crazy how that shit worked, right? Because he was flatlining motherfuckers as soon as he
I'm
got
telling you,
popped.
Mazuma.
I
Yo,
mean, he's
as
dominating.
soon as he
He's
get
dom.
popped, bro, everybody and their mom could take a punch from Conor Benn, bro. That shit is baffling to me, bro. That's like very suspicious.
That's
But
fucked up for the sport, bro. That's fucked up for the sport.
yeah, it is. But at least he got cut and he ain't continue to go on his career on some nut shit.
That's what, and he's inactive too. He
But
hasn't fought since Pistol.
yeah, I don't think he's fought since Pistol. You right. But shout out to my boy Josh with this good comment right here. He said 154 is definitely where it's at, but Boo's gonna miss the opportunity to become undisputed at 147. That shit is a cakewalk. So yeah, that'll be a. I agree with him. I think it's definitely a cakewalk. I don't see what Brian Norman does. I don't see what Barrio's getting stopped right away. His face don't even hold up the punishment well. Stanionis, he ain't got what it take to
Why would
outsmart.
they fight Boots though?
I think the belt.
Why
I
would
Why
think
they?
the
not?
belt.
Why not? You gotta
That
think
when
about this.
Mario Barrios could make money fighting another Mexican in his hometown defending his
But he
title.
not make they not going. That's not going to equate to no Boots payday. They ain't
Nah,
going to
I
equate to
think
no
I
Boots
think
payday.
that the
Mm,
belt
that
Boots
all
is the
depends on
biggest thing
Turkey.
at 47 right now.
look for Norman
Yeah,
getting the belt. I think that's a win for Top Rank because they're gonna about to use that nigga and make bread off him for that. Because now they got a belt on their side right away. Like a nigga on their side.
I feel
So
like if you got a
nah, they go.
title, at 147 and you looking to make some money, you probably not gonna make that much with Boots, but I don't think you making any more outside of Boots.
I think no, but you know how the business of boxing works, Mazuma. They're gonna milk the belt for a couple defenses, for a couple checks. Then, if they wanted a big payday, Turkey goes over there with a bag, says, "Come fight Boots, get beat to death for this money." Then you do that. They're
the
gonna milk the
bag,
belt for a little
yo,
bit.
the real money. I swear, right now, how it's looking, everybody moved up to like 35, 40, and then like Canelo is doing his thing all the way up there, and then Bud is like in between like 47 and he just went up one weight class. That's like it. So the money, like if we're talking about double digit millions, it's probably those couple niggas. And like, bro, I don't know. 47, I swear, bro, it's just not been. None of them niggas been fighting, bro. None of them niggas. Like, what happened to everybody, bro? Like, everybody just.
They moved
Bro,
up, bro. Look, Sean Porter retired. Keith Thurman somewhere hiding. You know what I'm
Danny
saying?
I
Garcia at
was, I,
160.
yo,
Danny
I
Garcia,
was
yeah,
late.
Danny
I was
Garcia
late for
about
all
to
this
fight
shit.
at a catch weight. Earl Spence moved up. Bud moved
Got
up.
beat to death.
Everybody, yeah, like all these dudes, they on a different type of time. They either done with boxing or they in a different division. You feel what I'm saying? Even with Keith Thurman, his last fight was gonna be at 54 against Zoo. He probably
No,
completely.
he's officially retired.
He probably is. I wouldn't doubt
Who,
it at all.
No,
who?
he's officially. He announced it.
Wait, who's
Oh, I
retired?
didn't even hear that.
Who's retired?
Is that how irrelevant Keith Thurman is? He announced his retirement and nobody cared.
That's crazy.
No, he announced it. It's what it's something happened during the Tim Zoo fight.
Bro,
During
Yeah,
that build up, he had to pull out and he retired.
he
I
tore his
never seen,
bicep.
I never
Yeah,
seen that nigga
yeah.
fight
So
live, bro.
it was pretty much over. I think he stopped bullshitting. He knew it was over.
I never seen that nigga fight live, bro.
I don't believe that though. Keith is an opportunist, bro. What Tim
Bro,
Bradley
Mazuma.
said, I'm trying to tell you, listen, his body could be breaking down. He probably is done with boxing, but if he finds a little opportunity to slither in and make some money, he gonna do it, bro. Tim Bradley told you that
Man.
boy a mercenary, bro. That nigga
Keith
moves strictly off of the bread. If they give him a nice enough check, bro, he'll sneak his way back in the division and take a belt.
Nah,
Bro,
that's true.
Keith
That's
should have
true.
made the switch to WWE when he had a chance.
Yo, this nigga's
He would
yo,
have
this
been
nigga's
perfect
crazy.
over there. I'm serious.
Nah, this
He's an
nigga's crazy.
athlete. He's a talker. He's a personality. Okay, and I think his body could hold up to that type of performative punishment.
that nigga ain't jumping off no ropes though. He gonna break everything in his fucking body, jump off them ropes.
Bro,
Eh,
what's gonna
Or he
be
get
the
hit with a steel chair in his, he got a glass body. He get hit with a steel chair or something on his back.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
He go that nigga whole spine
Nigga
going.
do a DDT on the chair. Keith Thurman gonna start gasping. Gonna start seizing up.
Yeah,
yo, Mazuma, who you think they gonna match first back at top rank for Jared Anderson?
well, listen, man. I just know it ain't gonna be no big heavyweights. That's all I fucking know right now. It ain't gonna be no big ass. Ain't gonna be no big ass Martin Piccoli
But
300 heavyweight. They seen what they probably gonna go back to that same method, taking up cruiserweights and putting them and bringing them up to heavy.
man,
Damn,
you
that's
don't know
legit.
Bob
That's a
Mazuma.
Jared
fucking
Anderson.
You
Jared Anderson is gonna he gonna get us. He gonna get a light touch coming back, and they fuck around, throw him in a big fight again. I told you, motherfuckers, man. I want to see Jared Anderson fight F.A. Ajagba. I've been calling for that
Me
fight for
too.
a while.
Me too.
I've
I
been
think
calling for
F.A. Jogba would beat him to death too.
You think F.A. a clip?
Honestly. Yeah.
Nah, that's the nigga on top rank also. Nah,
F.A. is with top rank.
nah, I think nah. I've
Yep.
been looking at that shit. I think the more dangerous nigga is that monster looking nigga, bro. They got at heavyweight. That nigga who broke his hand too, bro. That nigga who looked like an ogre, bro. Big heavyweight nigga, knocking shit out.
I
He's a
think,
Russian.
yeah, I know who
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking. I know who you're talking
But
about.
he
He
don't
got
got
fight
skill.
coming up.
He
I think
don't
he
got
gonna fight
skill.
that boy
I
Guido
think
or
he'd
some shit.
knock out Jared too.
No. Look, he got that power, but he don't got that IQ when it's like crazy. Like, but he got that power. I ain't gonna lie, he got that power.
I
He
don't
got that
think Jared
Zhang
got
Dog.
that IQ to be honest.
Who? Jared?
Jared,
Jared.
Nah, you bugging.
I think Jared just green, bro. Like you could tell that he wasn't experienced with going up against like high level dudes because he took the completely wrong approach against Bacoli, man. And he had the recipe right in front of him. I still thought he was game even after the first knockdown. I was like, yo, if he could just use his feet, just stick to his jab, punching combinations to get out the way. I thought he could have possibly outboxed Martin Bacoli, but he did stupid shit like plant his feet in front of Bacoli and try to sit there in the pocket with him and trade with him. I don't know why you trying to trade with that big motherfucker that's punching that hard. It was just a lack of experience and
No
not
IQ.
being in that. Yeah,
Nah, he got
part of building your
IQ as far
IQ,
as Mr.
part of
Box.
building your IQ is taking the fights that you can actually learn from. You know what I mean? And going up against experienced guys that's not gonna go out with one punch, but you know what I'm saying, making you
But
think in there. You know what I
but the
mean? What's gonna build
problem is he did not learn from the Charles Martin fight. He's still pulling straight back from
said that.
punches. He's
I
still
said
getting
that.
clipped.
But Jared
Yep.
Anderson is hard headed like that. You know what I'm saying? He probably thought like, yeah, I got, and he was getting hurt by Charles Martin, by the way. But even
Yep.
with that right there, I guess he felt like since he won, he didn't felt like he needed to fix shit. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, well, I got
Arrogance.
away with it, so I'm gonna just keep doing it.
Nah,
Irresponsible,
nah. It's also hard.
very
It's
arrogant,
also hard from
huh?
like, bro. Also, those habits, like, bro, built for fighters mad young.
Listen, man.
Like that
Right after that
pullback shit.
Charles
That
Martin fight,
pullback
he
shit.
should have
Niggas
went in the
probably telling
lab.
that shit. Oh,
Listen,
that
man,
pullback
I'm
shit.
telling you something right now. After that Charles Martin fight, he should have went in that fucking lab and worked on his defense. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, man. If
He
Jared
did
Anderson want to learn,
the last fight
huh?
before that, the fight that he had when he came out with that neon outfit, he was fighting. He was fighting like he looked sharp on the defense.
Uh,
Here he just used the wrong game plan. Like he approached the fight like wrong. Like he that ass
Bro,
like
his
used the game
defense
plan.
was trash, bro. His defense was trash against Bacoli.
I
He
think the
slipping up to the
problem,
big
Jared.
guy with his lead hand down and all types of shit, bro.
Damn, bro, I just dropped the spliff, so you that ass might be right on that. I'll let you rock.
I'll tell you, bro. I'll tell y'all something good. Let me see. He said Jared stops FA Ajagba is way too slow. That's definitely FA Ajagba problem, and I think Frank Sanchez exposed a lot about FA, but FA is still dangerous. You know what I mean? And he's not necessarily a small heavyweight, but I think it's a winnable fight for Jared. So I think they should have went with that. I don't know why they put him in there with Bacoli like that, knowing that he.
It don't matter how slow somebody is if they know where your head is gonna be. And Jared is gonna consistently pull straight back from punches. I don't think this is an issue that's gonna be fixed. I really
I
think
look
he's a
at
dud.
first.
Like I
Nah,
really
nah,
don't think
nah,
he's gonna go further. That's my
nah,
opinion.
nah, nah. Look, I respect your opinion for that. Look, the first time he got knocked down, let's say it's the uppercuts, right when he was going down, weaving, and the second time. Bro, I think it was an early stoppage too, bro. I know he got dropped 3 times total, but when you look at it, he was catching the shots on the gloves. Yeah, he was on the rope, like chilling, like lax a little bit. But bro, that nigga, Bacoli, he just jabbed through the right hand, came in, jab again, hit him, and it was like I think early stoppage when you slow it down on the highlights and shit. But that's not there. He lost, whatever. Nigga lost. You feel me?
You said it was an
But
early stoppage.
I think so, bro.
What, Jared?
Yeah.
He was stumbling all
nigga,
around, bro.
nigga,
He
Jared would
got
have been
dropped like
outside the
three
fucking
times. He
ring
got he
talking
got
about an
dropped
early
back to
stoppage.
back.
I
Bro,
just
he got you trying
nigga,
you don't
nigga,
care about Jared, bro. You don't care about
nah
Jared. You
nah
saying
man,
nah.
nigga, you wanted to see
I know.
Jared flat on his back,
you
nigga.
wanted to see that boy get you wanted to see
Nah
that boy go to the hospital.
nah.
Man,
I
you wanted to see that nigga go to the
Bro, I
gulag.
nah
don't know,
nah.
bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he got dropped back to back in that last round, right?
Yeah. It was back to
Yeah,
back.
And
you
then,
almost
and
flew
then
out
he
the
got
ring
his
on the
head,
first one.
and then he got his head snapped back by a series of right hands.
But I'm saying when he was getting hit, it was because look, Jared would get square when he's in the pocket. That nigga would try to step back, and that nigga Martin threw out one right hand. Jared moved to the left, and he caught him with the second right
Cause
hand.
he pulled
Boom.
straight back, Sean.
I know, but that's some shit he been doing since the amateur. That's some shit
That
that
don't change, bro. But what that got to do with that being an early stoppage, though?
Oh, because when the referee stopped it, bro, the sequence when you slow it down, that nigga was catching it on the gloves. Yeah, some shots was coming off of the gloves, hitting
Bugging
like
the fuck out.
around his ear and
You
shit.
bugging the fuck out. That shit was over. That nigga legs wasn't under him or nothing.
Oh man,
Them
wow.
Well,
legs was
well, okay. No, but I think I hear what Sean is saying. He was responding,
Yeah, he
was he
but
was
even
responding with
then,
standing.
he
offense?
was
Was he
about to get sent up out the fucking ring.
no? But was
Maybe
he
he.
responding with offense?
That's the thing. I know at times at that time, but he was really like ducking them shits for real. Like he was still there. Like it was not like Bacoli was landing with crazy shit. Like I think he weathered the storm as far. The most critical shot that he took was that uppie. When he took them uppercuts, that shit could have that was the crazy shit. But when he was getting dropped off,
Y'all probably
Man,
wanted to see that boy get sent to the hospital, bro. They would have.
oh man, nah.
He would have got. He would have
Man, I wanted to see Jared get beat to death, but I ain't want to see that.
Yo, when people say with the Martin fight, right? Like when he fought that shit, yeah, I know he got hurt. Nigga was doing the same shit. Nigga say he got exposed and shit. I feel that, but it's also like that nigga he was fighting, like not a crazy, but the way he was fighting, like he was like pressing Jared too. You feel me? Like that nigga was coming forward to
Yeah, he was
fight,
pressuring him.
and he was using staying behind his jab too, you know, and that was Jared's hometown fight. You feel me? So, like, as far as that aspect,
No, it
like, you know,
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
yeah,
Fight was
No, they were in
the
L.A.
dreads.
Jared from
No,
Toledo.
no, no, no. When he fought that nigga with the dreads, bro, the first veteran.
Oh, Charles Martin. Yep.
Yeah, that shit. I'm
that was
saying
in
that fight.
Ohio.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that was
like
in
his.
Toledo.
That was like his like main event, some shit like that. And people were saying he got exposed in that fight. You feel me? Like niggas was like,
Yo,
yo, that.
hold on, what this dude talking about? He's saying y'all soft for blocking anyone that isn't a buzz stand. Nigga, we not even buzz stands on here. So what the fuck is you
Bro,
even
oh,
talking
I know who he is. That's Brotherhood. He's a troll. He's a cool. I mean, he's cool when you talk to him, but he's a troll, bro.
about? Man, he never
What
watching
is?
about that soft shit though. Ain't nobody soft, nigga. Ain't nobody on here buzz stands neither. Fuck is you
Yo,
talking?
my boy Mazuma about to pull a Greg Hackett on him.
Nah, shout out to my boy Greg though. We got a great
I seen
conversation
that
with
shit. Yo, that's where I got. Oh, no cap. I seen that video, bro. No cap. I was like, yo, why niggas look mad familiar, bro? My boy Mazuma with Greg Double G Hackett. Damn, that Philly shit
him.
was crazy. I seen that video, bro. I seen it.
Yeah,
What you guys like?
once some more shit happen in boxing or whatever, I'm gonna bring him back. We gonna chop it up a little bit more. But let's get into these comments. Let's see what's going on.
What you talking about?
Ralph said he wanted to see Jared go out like Drago did. Follow Creed. That's
That's
crazy.
that's crazy. No cap.
Let me see. Josh said Rayo Venezuela just became the Jeff Horn of 140. Everyone gonna be fishing for that opportunity.
Yo, I'm hyped. Yo, that's a good one for.
Oh, yep.
Yo, I'm hyped for Ryo. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, cause he beat my boy Chris Colbert. Bad, you feel me? He beat him bad. Sosa crew. Um, but
That's your
Ryo
boy.
that not personally him, but his father more. You feel me? That's the nigga of the gym, Sosa and shit. That's all of them coming up like that's the gym, Cops and Kids Brooklyn. Um, but
He still got that
no,
chicken spot.
who?
Chris Colbert.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know him. I swear, I don't know him like that. I'm more like cool with his pops, bro. Like I don't be chopping it up with him. You feel me? Just the niggas around him and shit. But um, fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, that nigga, bro. That the loss happened. Hector Garcia beat Chris Colbert. First time dropped him for his belt at 130, and then he fought Ryo, and then Ryo had that De Los Santos shit going on, and then he got that controversial fight with Chris the first time, and then the second B-Hop fight, the nigga seen what happened, and now he got the belt against Pitbull. I thought goofy ass nigga Rolly was supposed to beat fucking um Pitbull because he was with Leonard
Who the
Ellaby
hell
at the
told you
time.
that?
Nigga, he was with Leonard.
Never.
Nah.
Never.
He was with Leonard Ellerby. I know he's chinny. But hear me out. He was with Leonard Ellerby at the time.
Man, he
They
more than chinny.
listen. They gave him a belt. They gave him a belt against the grandpa. He's with Leonard Ellerby, right, nigga?
Uh-huh.
He fought on that PBC card, and I know he got hurt in the first round, and it was horrible, and that shit was over. But how that nigga came to box him, I'm telling you, he should have beat that nigga, bro. But Ryo,
He don't got
congrats.
the boxing skill necessary to outbox somebody like
But
Pitbull.
when have we ever seen Broly box? At that Pitbull
He
fight,
tried to
you
box
saw.
Barroso. He got put on his ass.
No,
Yeah, he boxed
no.
Pitbull,
I
and
could give Rolly some credit. He was definitely
I
improved
hate
in
that.
that fight, but
I hate
still,
that nigga. Yo, I
he
hate that. And he had a new
he
coach.
wasn't moving his head.
He had a new coach too. I hate that nigga Rolly, bro.
Yeah, he
But
had Israel
in that
Salas.
fight, bro, money wise, I thought to myself like yo, like I this is gonna be the bread. Like they think Rolly's gonna lose. Like this is the one. You feel me? Like,
So when he fought
like
Barroso, you ain't see him like use a
I
lateral
seen that.
move
I was weak,
and
nigga.
was
When he
like let
fought
it be,
Barroso,
and you know
when he fought
Barroso
the
chased
old
him
nigga,
down and put him on his ass.
bro. When he fought that nigga, I was laughing my ass off, bro. Like, nigga, seen that shit. I was watching that shit on the stream. That shit, yeah. But I'm saying business wise, I thought that Rolly, like Leonard Ellerby, this is before the fallout with Mayweather. I thought that he was dead ass supposed to win, bro. You feel me? That's why I'm like, what the fuck? How that shit happened, you know? But that shit was whatever. Not here, no there. He lost also. Fuck. That nigga said, Mary, what do you say? Happy New Year's or some shit?
Happy.
Ryo did good. I like that. He was busting them U-turns on that nigga Pitbull,
So
popping him right on
my
that
boy,
corner.
my boy Josh said Barroso fuck around sleep right here.
Damn.
I believe it.
Yo, damn, that's fucked up.
Yo,
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was fucking dying laughing when Barroso stopped O'Hara Davies, bro. I thought that was the funniest shit,
Nah,
bro.
Wait, is
I was
that the nigga who just won?
dead, bro.
Is that
bro.
the nigga who just won?
O'Hara Davies,
Mazuma, I swear to God, I was
Yo,
really
who's the
thinking
nigga?
O'Hara
Yo,
Davies
who's
was
the
making a
nigga who?
comeback, and I was talking shit to my boys, saying how he was about to stop this little old man.
Yo, who's the
Oh
nigga?
my
Yo,
God,
who's the nigga with Breadman who fought Benavides and he had that upset? He beat that. He beat that.
you talking
Chiron,
about
And
shut it
Karan?
down, Davis.
You talking about Karan?
yeah, I think so. He got the dreads, right? I think so.
Oh,
Oh, I think so.
He upset.
Karan, shut it down, Davis.
He
Some
upset. That
undefeated kid.
middleweight kid, Elijah Garcia.
Yeah, bro, that kid was plus 1,000, bro. You would have $100 would have made you a band.
Damn.
I just remembered that. And he came out with
I ain't gonna lie, I
Breadman.
thought Elijah was gonna beat him too.
Me too, bro. I was tight. I was like, no, wait. I'm like, damn, this is the nigga who fought Benavides. My boy called me. We're like, yo, we watched the fight with him and Benavides. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Shit.
That shit, I thought they was gonna rob that nigga too off after the. Yo, what you niggas think about?
Bro, that's why it's hard to bet on boxing, my nigga. Because last weekend, with Miller, with Big Baby Miller and Ruiz, I had him on a parlay, and that shit
The only
fucked
one
the
that
whole
felt me
night
up was
up.
Jaron. The only one that felt me up was Jaron.
Yeah, because I had I had El Rayo Pitbull going the distance, and I had Bud versus Madrimov over
Yo,
10.5 rounds.
controversial
They
fights that we
fucked it
had.
up, bro.
Who for
Controversial fights that we had was Devin Haney versus Loma.
The
Then you had
judges,
Ryo versus Colbert, and then you had, um, I mean Gary Russell. Like, bro, I feel it, bro. Like, you know, nigga lost. What other controversial fights you got? Like Mazuma. Like, who you think got robbed? Oh, Foster and Nova got both robbed after that fight at the Garden. Like
I think that Kansai Sao and Foster one was probably the worst one I've seen this year.
Yeah, bro, that was a crazy robbery. Cap, bro. Damn, bro, niggas, that I just remember that shit. Crazy robberies. I ain't gonna, nigga. They had Raymond Ford about to lose. They was about to take that belt to top rank if he
Why
didn't
is
stop.
niggas in the chat saying Bud trash?
But yo, tell them niggas pop out on the panel, niggas. Stop
bro.
playing all
Oh
these
my
social
God,
networks.
I mean,
And these
6 years
computers.
later, we still dealing with this shit.
Got these niggas walking around like they some shooters. See them in real life, they're trying to bust one of us. Like, told that from you.
Sean, what the fuck are you talking about, Sean? What are you doing?
Nah, I'm singing my Rowdy Rebel, nah.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Stay focused, bro.
My bad.
So yeah, man. We spoke about the welterweight division. Some people feel like Boots wasting his time. Some people feel like he should just go to 54. Some people feel like it'll be a cakewalk if he stay at 47 and become undisputed. One thing I can say that is if he does become undisputed at 147, when he goes into 154, he'll have more bargaining power. That was one thing I can say. So that might be something that may work in his favor, but then at the same time, he might be missing out on a lot of opportunities that may present itself at 154. So, it's all up to Boost at the end of the day. If he's really like hell bent on becoming undisputed at 47, I hope he does it as quickly as possible because I want to see that man at junior middleweight. I want to see Boost in the mix with Madrimov. Bud, Virgil.
Damn, good fights.
No, I'm saying like I want to see him amongst all the
Yeah,
elite
that's
guys.
good fight. Yeah, that's good fights.
I want to see him in there with the Lubins, the Jesus Ramoses. I want to see Boots in the mix with all of these guys, man. These are
Mazuma,
Where's
154.
Lubin at?
Mazuma, I heard,
Where's Lubin at? Where's
Mazuma,
Lubin
I
at?
heard you talking earlier about Turkey.
Uh-huh.
That's a little subject I want to broach. What happened to the whole Super League? What
Well,
happened to those talks? That idea?
are you talking about in terms of having all the promotional companies together?
I think he's talking about the 5v5 shit.
Yeah, I see. I see that he's already, he's got the 3 networks. They had it on for Bud, but I feel like most of our issues could be solved with just a 20v20 death match tournament. You get 10 promoters. They each send their 2 best fighters per weight
20,
class.
20. How long
I
is that
think that
card gonna
solves
be?
boxing
That's gonna
problems.
be like a 24-hour boxing card, bro.
Yeah, that's
Man,
crazy. Nigga said
no,
25.
no,
25.
no, no, no. It's gonna be like an NFL season. Boom.
Yeah, that's
Yup.
actually a
And
good
the
idea.
and the final,
Go
the
ahead, go ahead.
final is gonna be our Super Bowl. The final is gonna be our Super Bowl. We're gonna have all the champions, the
So once
heavyweights.
a
They
month,
obviously gonna be whatever.
once a month we get that card.
I like that. I like that idea. But in terms of making a super league, it seemed like Turkey is putting it together like little by little, man. He just announced recently that he
Or
signed.
matter of fact, just a 154 Super 6 series. I'd be cool with that from Turkey. He can make that happen.
Yeah, that'll be fire, bro. So how will we start the Super Six? So obviously it'll start with the champions, right? So we got Sebastian Fundora.
I think Bud should get a bye round.
Why?
How about this? How about this, bro? Niggas just do some
Just
shit
because, just because he's
before
Bud Crawford.
Christmas. Some shit before Christmas or after New Year's. Or some shit where it's like Turk's doing this thing because he got the money, bro. So all these fights, like he pressing niggas out to, yeah, you gonna take this bet. Like you can't double the bag, like nigga. This shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's why we see
Yeah,
all
unless
these.
you Canelo or Tank, then you could duck
Yeah,
as much as you want.
yeah.
Josh said Bud gonna school Canelo. We're gonna do a breakdown on that fight when it finalizes. That fight not happening, Josh.
Nigga said we're gonna
Man,
break it. Yo, Joshua, you better put the bag up at the casino, nigga.
even if
We
it did happen, man, Bud would get his clock cleaned.
we gotta get rich, man. We gotta get rich, bro. And send
Josh,
Mazuma
why do
10%.
you I wish I could bring Josh on here. I don't know if he's busy or something like that, but I want him because he's a very knowledgeable boxing dude. We got a few videos on YouTube that done thousands of views on my on Pivot Boxing Network. That was a channel that I had for a little bit. And we spoke. He's a real knowledgeable dude. I want to know why he thinks Bud is gonna school Canelo. I need to know what gives him so much confidence. I want to know.
Yo, I'm
I'm
not
sure
gonna lie.
Probably
either.
because
I'm not.
Canelo, quote unquote, ducked the turkey offer. That's really
Yo,
about it. Other than
where's
that,
I think
yo,
that he's
after what
where's
saying
I
my
this.
saw
nigga?
this
Listen
past,
to his point, though.
after what I
Where's
saw, I think Canelo sleeps him
where's my nigga? Nah,
unless
Bud.
Bud just tries to survive.
If Bud takes that fight, I swear, I know Canelo's used to fighting smaller guys, and it's like all of that stuff, but it's a tough fight, bro. Me personally, I'm rooting for Bud to win. You feel me? Like in that fight, I'm not saying it's like a lock. Like even in Shakur versus Tank, bro. I got Tank winning, but I know it's his hardest fight, and I know it's gonna be his hardest fight. You feel me? Like no cat. I don't care what people say. Is that shit gonna be not that easy. And also, yes, and that's it, bro.
He
Like,
said some dude named God Tier Gamer says Crawford clout chasing. He don't want any tough fights. This dude was a fucking weirdo,
bro,
bro.
Crawford
Yeah,
could
he
do
got
what he
me hated,
wants.
bro. Like
Bro,
MarkMazuma wasn't a tough
Bro, that's
fight.
just a troll.
Crawford could do
How
what he
about the
wants,
fight
nigga.
before that? Probably the most meaningful fight to be made in boxing at the time. Earl Spence. Come on, bro. You bugging the fuck out.
Bro, Crawford, trust me, nigga. He's not ducking nobody, nigga. He's looking at the business wise, and he's like this Canelo. He's like Canelo. He's at the point in his career, like, bro, he could do whatever he wants. You feel me?
Man,
And niggas,
we need to stop saying that, bro.
Yeah, and at least
nigga,
Bud is fighting champions that we care for. At
bro,
least somewhat.
I don't like when fans and this ain't no disrespect to you, Sean, but it's like I don't like when fans like justify like fighters like cherry picking or not giving us the fights that we want to see. Oh man, you know he's been doing this so long, man. He can do whatever he wants now. According to who? But it's like the fans don't really got the ultimate say. You know what I'm saying? It's like we the ones who making sure these guys is getting paid. They not able to cash these checks, deposit these checks without the fans putting their money up to see them fight. So it's like y'all really be cool with these dudes just fighting anybody. This is exactly why boxing fans get treated like shit, y'all. I hope y'all know that. When y'all accept the bullshit that these fighters say, oh, he can fight whoever he want, and this is exactly why Canelo's so cool with fighting guys like Berlanga. Because Canelo got a bunch of fans that be like, oh, you know, he's been in the game a long time. You know, he's earned his right to fight whoever he wants, bro. This is why we get this type of bullshit. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, ain't nobody earned the right to fight who they want. If that's the
Yeah,
case,
that's what
then
I'm
just
saying.
get the fuck
Like,
out of here.
yeah, for all
Just
that,
get
then
up out
just
the way.
and they do this while they holding the belts, holding up the whole division, bro. Like, if you're gonna be on that type of time, bro, just get rid of the belts and let these other niggas shine that's willing to fight each other. Like, because of
Nah, but he's an egomaniac.
that's exactly what it is. But you know, all because of Canelo, you know what I mean, Benavidez wasn't able to flourish in the division. Because at least if he would have got rid of the belts or he would have just been fighting on his own type of time, at least Benavidez would have been able to rack up them belts and at least go for undisputed. Like,
What you think about that Benavidez? Before we get to matter of fact, nah, you right about that, bro. You definitely right about that. To the fact where it's like niggas was saying that you can't like cherry pick and shit, but it's like, bro, I don't want to see Berlingo versus Canelo either, bro. I know he earned his spot like through Eddie Hearn and shit. They promised him a fight for that, but I know obviously Canelo's gonna win, and
Bro,
Berlingo's from here and shit. I'm telling you, like,
Berlanga didn't even earn his turn. He stole Morel's spot. As soon as
yo,
Morel moved up, they made him the mandatory.
bro. But I'm saying on Eddie Hearn's side, like I'm telling you, like he dead ass like this is his cash fight with Edgar for themselves first. You feel me? Like that, the niggas.
Manga skipped the line. That nigga's a bum. He didn't fight nobody notable to get a Canelo fight.
All right, what you niggas think about that Caleb Plant versus Benavidez fight, bro? I went to that fight. Is it a good fight considered like to go down in history, or your niggas? Because niggas was saying that Caleb Plant was doing a lot of holding, bro. What's your niggas think?
I mean, it's an entertaining fight, but I don't really think it's a rewatch like that.
Damn.
Caleb showed a lot of heart.
Like
He
he
had a good
violently,
plan.
yeah,
He
he
had a
beat him up.
in the beginning. He was boxing really well. You know, he was frustrating Benavidez in them early rounds, but as soon as Benavidez got in his bag and he started touching the body, we seen the tank just diminish from Caleb Plant, and it was just an ass whooping from the mid rounds all the way to the championship rounds. You know what I mean? Like it was a good effort from Caleb Plant initially, but then Benavidez took over. You know what I mean? He imposed himself in that fight, and you know he got the majority of the rounds. I don't think it's like a fight that goes down in history. I think it was a good fight, but you know it wasn't anything that happened in that fight that like was like all that had me in all or something I never seen before. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think too much of it. It was just a good competitive scrap.
Like what would be a fight like? Damn, bro. Cause I never been to nothing like that where it's like, damn, nigga, you ask some crazy shit. I've been to like, bro, the regular shit's like, but what would you consider nowadays, like some shit like that? Like you said, like, damn, this should go down in
Rouse
history.
said, has Berlanga ever beat a former world champion? No, he's not. No, he hasn't. The best fighter he's ever beat was probably fucking. Who was the best fighter that he's beat, bro? Like Damon Nicholson, McCrory. Who's Romer Alexis Andrews?
I'd probably say that guy
McCoy
that
is last
dropped him.
fight.
No, that guy, he was beating Billy Joe Saunders 11 rounds, and Billy Joe knocked him out. Like that's probably the
You
best
talking
fighter he's
about?
ever fought.
Oh, you talking about? I think you fighting. I think you talking about the boy Cosares. I think you
Yes,
talking
yeah,
about his name
yeah.
like
He's a good fighter.
Marcelo. Marcelo Cosares.
Yeah.
I was just looking at his shit the other day. But yeah, I mean, I guess. But McCrory was.
Mazumi, don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
What I'm trying to say is the nigga ain't fighting nobody credible in my eyes. So it is what it is. What you say, Sean?
I said Mazumi, don't fall asleep on me, bro. We talking boxing.
What you mean? I'm tired. I'm chilling though.
Nah, I see. That's
Now, what's up? Let me see. Anonymous says Berlanga is still a prospect. In my opinion, he hasn't done anything contender where he earn that spot too. I think that's a great point. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I've always said on my channel is that, you know what I mean? For you to actually be a contender, for one, you need to be ranked in a sanctioning body, which Edgar Berlanga is at this point in time. But you also have to beat other contenders in order to really solidify your spot as a contender. Has Edgar Berlanga done that? I don't believe so. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if McCrory was ranked in a sanctioning body. I don't know exactly what it was, but at the end of the day, it was nobody notable that Edgar Berlanga has beat on his path to getting the Canelo Alvarez fight. You know what I mean? Not even like a former world champion. Like if he would have fought somebody that at least was a former world champion, like let's say, Caleb Plant's a former world champion. Let's say he fought Caleb Plant and he destroyed Caleb Plant, stopped him, whatever the situation is. Now you talking. You know what I mean? Now you're making a strong case for yourself. If he would have beat like Anthony Durrell, I'm sorry, which one? I don't know if it's Andre.
But let's not put responsibility on Berlanga for Canelo picking him. It's Canelo's fault that he's fighting the trash bag.
Yeah. That's why I said that's what I said in one of my videos that I had put out. I'm like, yo, on some real shit. I can't even be mad at Berlanga because he doing what everybody else would do, and that's take the fight. He gonna get a nice little bag. You know what I mean? It's gonna be on a big platform. It's gonna be a great moment for him. We really got to put the blame on Canelo, which was why initially I said that I hope Edgar Berlanga beats the dog shit out of Canelo Alvarez because I don't respect what he's doing. But at the same time, bro, I really don't like Edgar Berlanga either. So it's like, bro, I don't give a fuck who win that fight, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever end up getting cooked, bro, I'm gonna be happy with it. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Real for real. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. I don't like how neither one of them move.
Yep, pretty much.
Whoever get clipped. I am not tripping. Who the fuck said Buzz skipped the line? Who said that?
Bro,
I hate her.
These niggas in the comments are shocked.
Oh, they wilding today. That's what he said. Oh, okay. He said so. Berlanga got to earn his spot, but Bud can skip the line. Bro, are you comparing Berlanga?
Are you retarded? Excuse me, man.
Hold on, bro. We gotta put he gotta be trolling. There's no way he that stupid, bro. There's no way you that stupid. You comparing?
Nah, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here.
Pack him up. Anonymous.
Get him up out of here.
And if another nigga sound like him,
no, that's not even disrespect. That's just stupidity.
Yeah, we don't do that on here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the trolling shit, cool, but y'all niggas, like he dead serious. I don't think that's trolling. I think he really serious right now. He meant that shit that he said. Niggas like that. You not for this platform, my brother. You gotta go.
Nah, you fucking with the programming over here, bro.
You fucking with the program. J Cash smacked him with the wrench. He said that God tier gamer dude. Yeah, get him out of here, bro. Pack him up.
Send that nigga home.
Yeah, come back a better man, my nigga. You wildin'.
Don't come back a different account. Smarter.
That's exactly what he gonna do. But shout out to Anonymous for packing him up. You feel me? But yeah, man. Let's get into some open boxing topics, man. If you guys want to join the panel to chop it up with me for a little bit longer, feel free to come through. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about though. I feel like I've hit every subject in all honesty. You feel what I'm saying? The boxing a little bit.
It's a pretty slow month in boxing, I think.
Yeah, it is. And as a content creator, bro, it's really hard to find shit to talk about. That's why sometimes I'll just be taking days off. It'll be because I need a break, but it's because there ain't shit really going on. You see what I mean? So Look at what the
I
title
mean, if
is.
the Olympics was going on, we could talk about that.
I haven't been keeping up with that. I can't speak on that shit.
I seen some the
Well, I've
gymnastics.
just been keeping up with all the fine track women.
Shakari Richardson's been going crazy.
Sydney McLaughlin, my imaginary wife.
Simone.
I don't even know
What's
who
the
that
name
is.
of that other girl? TT Terry.
Yeah, bro, they all won in gold for America, bro.
Najee Spiller with a
Michelle
good question.
Carey.
He says, "Where does Canelo go post Berlanga?" I mean, I don't know because I mean that's ultimately up.
Man, go straight to hell. That's where he need to go.
He,
Don't nobody
bro,
want to see it.
he's gonna enjoy New Year's, bro. That's at the beginning of the year. People were like,
So the
"Yo,
nigga go to
is it Berlango
so
or
the nigga
Munguia?"
go to
Niggas was like, "Is it Berlango or is it Munguia?" Now he's
I'm
so
gonna
that
go
tired
nigga
of
to.
go to-
Canelo.
Hold on. We got somebody.
Get
We
him
got
up out of
somebody.
here.
Yo, what's going on? Boxing fanatic, you on? What's up?
Yo, your mic muted, my boy.
Mazuma, ask those dudes to turn on their camera before you pull them on stage. Just a
Yo,
little
what's
tip.
going on?
What up? What up?
Hey, salute.
Yo, salute. Hey, I just want to say,
Say what?
Hey, cover the screen. I don't know who
yo,
this dude is,
salute.
bro. Okay.
You said what?
Yo,
I
your
say
mic.
salute.
Oh,
Oh, what's
salute.
going on, my
What
boy?
up? What up?
Nah,
What you gotta say though?
I don't hear him.
I don't hear him neither.
Hey, I got a bad feeling, bro. I'm just saying, put up a picture. Yeah, get him up out of there.
I removed him from the stage, bro.
I ain't like that
He
shit.
throwing me off, bro. He throwing me off. He throwing me off, bro. I don't know what type of time he on.
Nah, bring him back. Nah, bring him back. Bring him back. Nah, he might just
No,
be fucking
bro,
with his mate.
no. He was. I don't know what he had going on, bro. I don't know. I got a bad feeling, just like you. I'm gonna trust my gut. Yeah, I'm gonna trust my gut on that one, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. What type of time he was on? Because he was speaking clearly, and then he just kept muting the mic. That shit was kind of throwing me off.
Oh,
But anyways, let's go back to this question right here. Shout out to my boy Najee Spiller. He said, "Where does Canelo go post Berlanga?" Like I said, ultimately it's up to him, right? Because these boxer fans have given him this confidence that he could go and do whatever the fuck that he wants to do. So you know what I mean? Most likely he gonna stay at 168. I don't really see him going down. I don't really see him going up. And I guess that he might. But the thing too, Morrell and David Benavidez moved up to 75, so that eliminates some competition right there. Who is that going to leave him with? Chris Eubank? I heard Eddie Reynoso talk about, Canelo might fight in Japan later on this year. I don't know exactly where that'll go. I don't know who will be his opponent in Japan later this year. Listen, I don't know what the hell they got going on over there.
Who's
It's a lot.
fighting in Japan?
just
I
stalling
heard
time.
Eddie Reynoso talk about, and I could pull it up too, that Canelo might fight in Japan later this year. I don't know what that's about.
Man, hopefully that means Canelo is on a retirement tour.
That's what it sounds like,
That's
bro.
what I'm hoping that means.
Look, see? This is according to Michael Benson. Canelo Alvarez's trainer/manager Eddie Reynoso has revealed that they're eyeing a potential fight for Canelo in Japan in December if he beats Edgar Berlanga September 14th. Now, I looked through the rankings at 168. I can't find anybody from Japan that's ranked at super middleweight that'll, be a fight for Canelo Alvarez to take. So I don't know what the hell that's about, but typically when Eddie Reynoso say shit,
It's only one guy.
who's that?
It's only one guy I can think of. That's the
Who?
dude Triple G fought. He's a gold medalist
Oh, you talking about
for the W.
you know what's crazy? I sent the guy over there. I had sent one of my old professional fighters over there to spar him. He was middleweight champion at one point. Fuck. What the fuck is his name? He a dog too. I heard
Yeah, I
about
can't
them.
remember, but he retired. Yeah, he's a real good fighter, tough fighter, but he's retired. I think that could be a potentially. I don't know if it's a. I don't know. Would Canelo retire in Japan? Do you see that happening?
Nah,
Nah.
nah, nah.
If he retire, he probably gonna retire in the States or he gonna retire in Mexico. You talking
That,
about
that
Murata?
I don't know, but Murata, I feel like that's too weak of a showcase fight for Japan, even for Japan. But then again, that's Japan's guy. Like he was before Inui, he was the man over there in Japan for bringing home that gold medal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's very,
It's
very
nobody
interesting.
else.
Yeah, I'm looking through the rankings right now at super middleweight. I don't see anybody.
I
I
think
don't
they'll
see
do. I think
anybody.
they'll do some Turkey Al Sheikh
They
shit and
got
bring.
somebody by the name of Tyson Koki. Tyson Koki, but he's 17-5 and got stopped 4 times.
It's
I
not
don't think
gonna be
that's
nobody. It's not gonna be nobody from out there. It's gonna be a crossover. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be like some Mike Tyson fights in Japan shit.
yo. This dude got a lot of accounts, bro. This shit is like incredible.
Nah, that's not the. Nah, you got trolls like that, bro.
Yeah. Nah, bro.
I
I'm
remember
doing
I
a
was
lot.
over at Ticket TV. I remember I
Yeah,
was over
well,
at Ticket TV. This nigga Ticket was going against this troll. This nigga had like 50 or 100 different accounts. And Ticket was just blocking all of them. And he kept saying, yeah, we could go all night. Let's go in there. I'll block all you niggas all night.
bro,
You
that's
got some
insane, bro.
crazy
You
dudes
know how
out there
much
like
time?
that.
You know how much time it take to make an account though? That's crazy, bro. And I think you got to make like a new email for each one of them.
Crazy works.
Yep.
Crazy works.
That shit is insane, bro. These niggas be having no life. Fuck that. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Look, Canelo gonna do whatever the hell he want to do, obviously, because a boxing fan has been giving him that freedom to do so. You know what I'm saying? You know what pissed me off about Canelo too? It's like he's gotten to this point in his career where he act like, or he gets really upset when you ask him shit that the fans want to know. Like he genuinely don't give a fuck about what fans be talking about. Like they'll, the fans ask reporters to speak about this topic, and then
Yep.
look, see, look at this dude. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Where does
Crown Jewel Boxing
Canelo
TV with a
Lopez?
great point. He says it won't be a Japanese fighter. He'll probably take his opponent over
Salute
like
Crown
Tyson
Jewel.
back in the day. It's
No
actually a
cap.
good point. Yeah, he might possibly take that avenue. But yeah. That's true. He might just do that. If Canelo doing that, that means he wrapping this shit up. He taking one last final lap. You know what I mean? He want to visit a few big boxing countries and then hang it up. That's what it looks like to me.
Get him up out of here.
But yeah, y'all. Let's keep it going with the question. I'll probably take 2 more questions before I roll out of this, John. You feel me? What you got on your mind, Sean? You got something to ask?
I got you right now. I just rolled up a spliff. Your boys are on 9%. I got some fiends. I got some fiends out here chilling right now. I'm
What
watching
part of
one
New
eye.
York you from?
I'm over here. I'm over here. No cow. I'm gonna drop the location. By
You
lower
ain't got
south,
to
south,
drop the location. I'm saying,
south,
what part of
south,
New York you
south,
from?
south side Brooklyn, like Flatbush area, like around there.
Oh, all right. I
But
got a few niggas from Brooklyn that be on here. That's what's up. Let me see. Anonymous said, "Do y'all see Abdullah moving up by next year? I want to see him punch on Emiliano." Okay, so he's not gonna be in lightweight much longer. Okay, that's interesting. I was expecting him to actually stay there for a little bit, but if he moving up to 140, 140 just got even crazier. It's crazy how 140 got a lot of smoke, but these guys not really fighting each other, man. That's interesting. We got
But you can't really
yo,
say
yo,
that.
yo,
You can't really say that. Them belts been moving around. And them
I'm
champions
talking
been
about in
getting
terms
beat.
of the champion. No,
So
I'm
we
talking
can't
about.
say that, Mazuma.
I'm talking about in terms of the champions facing each other.
Yo, my mic was fucked up, Brody. My bad.
They ain't had time. Them belts been changing hands, Mazuma. We got 3 new champions this year at 140 alone. Or excuse me. Well, I don't know what's going on with the WBC, but yeah, Ryo
No,
just
the
got his
WBC.
belt.
No, Devin Haney, the champion in
Leon Paro
recess.
just took that belt off Matias.
That's a good point. Good point. But what I'm saying is, fucking Devin Haney's the champion at recess with the WBC, and
Free my nigga Devin Haney.
Albert Puello has the belt at this very moment. So at any time, Dev could be like, "All right, I'm back. I'm trying to rumble," and then they could fight right away. So Devin is like he on the sidelines right now. It's like he dealing with an injury type shit. So Devin Haney's still
That's a
part of the
way
division.
better fight than the other guy that Mikey fought.
Sandor. But Sandor might
Yeah,
fight
Sandor.
Puello. Sandor ain't going nowhere. Sandor ain't going nowhere. He still might get that
Yeah,
opportunity.
that's true. He could beat Puel. That's a possibility. But I'm
Might
hoping
outbox
Puel
the
could
shit
school
out
him,
Puello.
or not school him, but beat him. And that could be a better fight for Dev.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I was really dreading that fight, man. I did not want to see Sandor and Devin Haney fight at all. I was really dreading that fight. That fight would have been fucking stylistically. That would have been a real
Man,
like.
I dreaded the build up to that fight because the trolls were gonna be out for that shit.
What fight? What fight?
The
Dev versus Sandor Martin.
Sandor Martin. Yep.
I don't want to see that shit.
Don't nobody want to see that. My boy Anonymous said, "Who do y'all think Charlo is going to come back and fight?" Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's a champion in recess as
Nobody.
well. I think he's a champion in recess as well. So I forgot exactly what belt it was. I think it was a WBA. I think it was a WBA. Let me check that
Where's
real
my
quick.
boy Erickson Lubin at, bro?
Man, look, I think he's terrified to fight Bud. He ain't coming out of retirement. Or not retirement. I think he's just on the sideline. I don't know what he's doing, but he hasn't fought at 154 in. I mean, it's been like 3 years combined. You got to think about the time before the injury.
Yeah. I'm trying to check real quick to see if Jamel is the champion in recess at WBA. I believe he is. Let me see. Yeah, Jamel Charlo is the champion at recess in the WBA. So wouldn't that be fucking interesting? Being that he's a champion in recess and now Bud is a WBA champion. If Jamel just hop out of fucking nowhere, coming out his fucking hole and be like, "Yo, I'm ready. Let's get this shit popping," and we get Bud versus Jamel. That's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight. What you think about that?
No, I agree.
You agree?
That's a great
Wait,
fucking fight, and I feel like
which brother?
that would really. I feel like that would really what's the word? It would really shit. It would get the Spence fanboys out. Let me say that. It would get them out. They would be alive because they would have the possibility of a Bud getting beat.
Yeah, and it's a great fight all around the board because, in all honesty, man, and I've been saying this on my live for the past few times that I've been on, Jamel is still that dude in that division. Listen, he went to 168. He got cooked by Canelo. It is what it is. But in terms of, and of course, they took all his belts as a result. But at the end of the day, did anybody beat him for them belts at 154? It's kind of like what happened with Josh Taylor after that Catterall situation. You know what I mean? They took all his belts, but they still looked at him as the man of 140 until Teofimo dethroned him. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that's the type of time that's how I look at Jamel at this point in time. And plus, these dudes don't like each other, so that make that shit even more interesting for boxing fans. They was arguing while Terence Crawford was punching on Spence. Terence Crawford was arguing with Jamel in the crowd. You feel what I mean? They don't went back and forth. Bud don't like Jamel. Jamel don't like Bud. That'll be a great build up. Neither one of them are like the best trash talkers, but they talk enough to get the the people entertained and shit like that. I like it. I like that fight. I hope that Jermell Charlo, he activates that or he takes advantage of being that champion in recess and get that Bud fight popping. But is he gonna jump straight into a Bud fight after that inactivity after that Canelo Alvarez loss? I don't know. Is he
I don't
gonna
think he
jump right
should,
there?
but he probably will.
Interesting. I love that fight though.
Where's
I
my
was
nigga?
calling for that fight. I was calling for that fight as soon as he beat Spence. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, Jermell still had all the belts. So I'm like, they need to rumble next. Now, I want to see him go to 54 and fight Jermell. But Jermell had other plans. You know what I mean? PBC done cashed him out with Canelo and all that shit got derailed. And now 154 got 3 new champions.
Where's my nigga Erickson moving at, bro?
Still
He's
healing from
supposed to
that.
be in a mandatory position, ain't he?
Well, he's supposed to fight. Who the fuck was he supposed to fight? He was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu, but then he pulled out with an injury. Right?
I don't
Yeah.
even know. I know he's been inactive also.
I don't know. Like they had the Keith Thurman fight first, and then I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
No,
I
they had
heard.
the Keith Thurman fight first, but then Keith Thurman pulled out because he tore his biceps. So then Sebastian Fundora ended up fighting him and beating Tim Tszyu. But then Tim Tszyu was trying to make a quick come around and fight Virgil Ortiz, but the cut on his head didn't heal in time, so they had to pull him out. So Ortiz ended up fighting Chuck instead. So now they were saying Tim Tszyu and Erickson Lewis was supposed to fight in September or October around that time frame, but they said Lubin wouldn't be ready due to an injury. So now Tim Tszyu is about to fight Mortazalia, Bakram Mortazalia for the IBF super welterweight title. You know what I'm saying? So, and Anonymous said Tim Tszyu took his mandatory spot. So that's what it is. Tim Tszyu gonna find the opportunity though, boy. That motherfucker keep finding them opportunities. And Jermell gonna have to run that shit with Tim Tszyu too. Jermell gonna have to see Tim Tszyu too. You know what I mean? He was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu and then he pulled out with an injury. So he gonna have to see that man eventually.
No, he only fighting man. Well, first off, I don't even think Jamel is coming back. But if he comes back for Tim Tszyu, it's gonna have to be some money on the line.
I heard you say that before. Why are you saying that? I feel like that applied more to Jamal.
I just feel like he's gotten the bag at with Canelo, which has always been his goal and his brother's goal. And I don't really think he's gonna fight Bud. Or no, I'm not gonna say he's scared of Bud, but like I don't know. I just don't think he wants to fight him.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
What up?
Who that is?
Y'all hear me?
Crown Jewel.
Yeah, we hear you.
What's good, Mazuma? First of all,
Oh, what's good, Crown?
Coolin', how y'all doing?
Maintaining. What's up?
Yeah, we good.
I peeped you on Knockout's channel a few weeks back. Y'all was debating a little something. And I have to say, you acquitted yourself very well. I gained a lot of respect. I didn't know who you was prior to that, but in that first time seeing you, I gained a lot of respect for your boxing knowledge. And, you know what I mean? It was impressive. So I want to start off by saying that.
Who you think got that?
You might have got him. I ain't gonna front, and that's my guy. I keep it 100. But
it's all good. Appreciate that.
No problem. Y'all was talking about the Charlo Bud thing. If y'all been peeping Charlo's social media, he actually said, "I'm back," and you know what I mean.
I remember that.
And he actually said he's activating his mandatory and he wants Bud. With that being said, after the fight I just seen Bud fight, he's gonna have to bring his absolute best in order to beat the bigger Charlo. And I'm saying he was able to beat Mazuma. Well, not Mazuma. Who's the kid he just fought? I can't think his name. It's late, but you know, Madrimov. He was able to beat Madrimov based off athleticism and quickness because he was getting touched. He's not going to have an edge in athleticism and quickness against Charlo. Charlo's maybe not as quick as him, every bit as athletic as him, bigger than him, stronger than him, younger than him, fresher than him. What happens if Charlo starts cracking him with them same shots that MarkMazuma hit him with? It may be good night, Irene. And I know, I love Bud like everybody else do. But if you saw what I saw in that fight, and it was due to happen, at 37 years old, he's starting to show signs of age. And he don't want to be showing signs of age.
What department are you seeing that in? Where are you seeing his, like what is he doing that's showing you that? I'm not saying you wrong, but what aspect in his game are you seeing that you feel like it's slipping a little bit? Because I see something, but I want to know what you see.
Reflexes, which is one of the first things that goes in a fighter. He's getting touched much more than he normally gets touched. A casual say he's getting touched more because he's willing to take chances. Those been around and got a real eye for it knows he's taking chances. He's staying more still than he normally did. He's getting hit more because he simply can't get out the way as quick as he once could. So that's the first thing. He's getting touched more. Second of all, when he gets his shots off, he's not getting them off as cleanly as he once did. It's not going to be a drastic drop off right away because he's such a talented fighter and he has a very good skill set. But when you know what you're looking for, his legs aren't quite the same. He don't have really the same bounce that he once did. So I think he gets hit more. He's not quite as quick as he once was. His shots are sharp, but not as sharp as they was at the lower weights. So I think he's hitting hard enough at 54 to sting guys, or to get their attention or get respect. But he's not a knockout puncher in that division. And I think to beat the bigger guys, he's going to have to be his older, more athletic, more quick, more explosive self, and I don't know that he can be that anymore.
That's a good point. I seen what you've seen in terms of the reflexes. I still think his legs are pretty good. Of course, I think moving up in weight, it don't even necessarily got to do with age, but sometimes when you moving up several weight classes, things are gonna start to slow down. But age definitely plays a part as well. And I'm gonna say that there was several times where you could see that Bud would see the right hand from MarkMazuma, but it seemed like he was just a little bit off with his timing in terms of like getting away from the shot. And that could very possibly be an effect of his age. You feel what I mean? So yeah, definitely. I see what you're seeing from the defensive department. His reflexes and everything seem to slow down just a little bit. Inactivity could have played a part as well, but it all comes down to the age. You feel me?
But I feel like before that fight, even at 147. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you listen to former fighters, I'm a former fighter, not to that magnitude. I know you've been around the sport just in listening to you. I know, you know what you're saying. But if you listen to older fighters,
I competed as well.
Yeah, 90. I figured that 90% of the people who talk about it will say they knew they were getting old when they could see a shot and they still got hit with it. And that's what you just were talking about with Bud. He sees the shot. It's nothing flashy that MarkMazuma did. You can see everything coming, but he's still getting hit with it. And as a fighter that tried to fight past his prime, that's exactly what happens. You see a shot. My last fight was the first time I got dropped ever. And I knew exactly, I got dropped twice, actually. And I knew the shot I got hit with both times I got dropped. Because I saw the shot, I just couldn't get out the way. And that just happens as you get older. Like, you see shots, you can't avoid them. And to me, he's starting to show that. And I mean, why wouldn't he? He's 37 years old. That's
Crown
old
Jewel,
for a fighter.
It could be the age, but to me, I think it has more to do with the weight. If you look at Bud's style and his fights at 147, he was getting touched up before he moved up against Mean Machine, Kell Brook, Sean Porter was getting them. Bud, he likes to take chances. But the thing is, at 147, he was sleeping these dudes. He was putting them to sleep. He was getting them up out of there. He's not doing that at 154. And that's what I saw with MarkMazuma. He wasn't really moving them. So I don't think it has so much to do with the age. That's just me.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna say it's totally age, but I think it plays a major part. And like I said, if you watched him since he was at 35, and you really watched him closely, his movements, the explosion, work rate, none of those things are the same as he got older and moved up. And two things can be right at the same time, because a lot of times guys move up because they get older, because your body gets bigger, and because it's harder to cut down. And he's saying he walks around
Yep.
much bigger than 154. So he's a bigger guy now. And just, all of that came with age. He's bigger because of age. He's only fighting at 154 because he's older. He was only fighting at 147 because he's older. If you listen to him talk, he really, really, really has to cut to get down. And if you look at that footage, a couple weeks before that fight, he was sparring Andre Ward, who is a retired light heavyweight and was probably close to 200 pounds. And Bud looked damn near as big as him when they were sparring. So he's naturally a big
Wow.
guy now. So, he's bigger. A lot of that has to do with age. He's bigger because he's older. He's less athletic because he's older. He's not as quick as he was because he's older. And his reflexes are not as sharp because he's older. So
But
even in you
but let me
saying the weight, one of the reasons he's carrying that weight is because he's older.
and I know it's kind of counterintuitive because I just said that the weight was affecting Bud as he moved up, but you just said that Bud was sparring Andre Ward and that he's
You didn't
naturally
see
that
it?
big. No, I didn't see it. But so, what's your opinion on the Canelo fight? Do you think that that's just a fantasy that should just stay a fantasy, or do you think Bud actually has a chance in that
At what?
at Canelo?
No, he has. After watching Madrimov, he has absolutely no chance against Canelo. If his punches
There you go.
couldn't bother Madrimov at 154, Canelo has been hit flush on his chin by hard punching 175s. If he fights Canelo, doesn't want the fight because it's a no-win for him. He beats Crawford up. Everybody says he beat up an old little guy, so he's not getting any credit for that. And he's getting big money no matter who he fights. So it's not an intriguing fight for him. But for one, I think he beats Benavidez, but he won't take the fight for whatever reason. I don't know. But he doesn't think he wins. But I think if you just look at both of them stylistically and their attributes, I think he's too much for Benavidez too. But obviously he doesn't want the fight. But if you
Why you
put
think? Why
Canelo
you
in there
think
with
that?
Bud, I think Canelo destroys Bud. But what you say?
Why you think that's actually a pretty different opinion that I've heard? Why do you
That he
think
beats
Canelo
Benavidez?
beats Benavidez? Why do you think that? Based off what?
Benavidez has slow feet. Canelo, that's one of his attributes. The guys that give Canelo problems have better feet than him or more athletic than him. That's not Benavidez. Benavidez does not have one punch knockout power. I think when it comes to power and in exchanges, Canelo is actually stronger than him. You look at boxing, I think Canelo is a more polished boxer than Benavidez. The only advantage Benavidez has on Canelo is going to be his height and reach and the volume punching. But I haven't seen anybody Canelo fought work at the same work rate against Canelo that they do when they're not fighting Canelo. Because you got to keep in mind, he's throwing heat back at you, while you're trying. Benavidez is not going to be able to be as busy as he is with everybody else because Canelo's throwing bombs at him. So I just think stylistically, the older Canelo gets, the closer the fight becomes. But as of right now, I think if they were to fight today, I think Canelo beats him. But for whatever reason, he doesn't want the fight. Maybe because he thinks he's going to face some adversity or it's going to be tough, or maybe he has to work a little harder than he wants to. But if you just look at their attributes, to me, I think Canelo wins. I think everybody says Benavidez wins because Canelo's obviously avoiding the fight. But just because a guy avoids the fight don't mean he's not the better fighter. I'm one of the people that felt like Terence Crawford avoided the Spence fight. We all seen that he was the better fighter when they actually fought. But I think if you look at the business, he made every move that he made in the 4 or 5 years prior to them fighting was not putting himself in a position to fight Errol Spence. So just because a fighter can be the fighter, it's not always, their first option to actually take the fight, even though they end up winning, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense, and I respect your opinion. That was really well thought out. In terms of, I'm actually one of the people that think Benavidez a beat Canelo, and I think it's because based off of the things that I've seen Canelo Alvarez struggle with, and you mentioned it yourself. And before we get into that, Canelo has even admitted that Benavidez is a big risk, which was why he's
I saw
requesting
that.
such a huge amount of money. You see what I'm saying? I think he said 200 million for Benavidez, 150 for Bud, whatever the case is. But he's acknowledged him as a threat, so that might be part of the reason why he's also brought up how much Benavidez rehydrates and stuff like that. You know, he's mentioned several things. So he's concerned with the size and he's concerned with just the overall risk that Benavidez brings in general. But I do think that Benavidez does bring some things to the table that happens to be Canelo's kryptonite. One of the things that I'm going to say is that I honestly believe that Canelo is a sucker for a good jab. Can we say that?
Yeah, no, he Mayweather showed us that long
Yeah.
time ago.
I seen it with Erislandy Lara as well. I seen him struggle with Triple G's jab. You see what I'm saying?
Not with Triple G, but with Lara and Mayweather. What did they have in common that I said he struggles with?
Mobility.
They both have quicker feet than him. I think that's his bigger problem than just dealing with the jab, because he has excellent head movement. But when you have
but I feel like he's
him,
abandoned that head movement since he's moved up in weight.
He's slower now. You're right, but I think the problem he had with them is that their feet were better than him, so they can position themselves to get their stuff off and then be gone before he can respond. I think that's his biggest Achilles heel. And the things you said he's worried about, I think, I'm not going to say that's completely not a worry, but you notice he didn't start saying that until somebody said, Benavidez actually said it, if I'm not a threat, why are you asking for $150 million? Once he said that, all of a sudden Canelo said, well, he's big. You know what I mean? He rehydrates heavy. He had to have a reason at that point that he's asking for that much money. And, you know, he probably thinks Turkey is a sucker enough to, you know, to go get that money, even though it's not working out that way.
Yeah, so that's true. But I do feel like there's more than one way of beating Canelo. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I think he struggled with Triple G's jab. I think that Triple G was very successful with his jab, especially in the first two fights. You feel what I mean? And I think that David Benavidez.
I thought he won the first fight.
Who, Triple G?
Yup.
I think so too.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think that Benavidez has a very solid jab. I think it's fast. I think it's stiff. Pause. And I think that, you know, it's a pretty consistent jab for the most part when he uses it. So I think that he'll have trouble with that jab coming from Benavidez. And considering the fact that he's a bigger man and he's going to be punching down, I think that jab will have some thump on it as well, even though he's not like the biggest puncher. But another thing, I think that one of Canelo Alvarez's Achilles heels is his conditioning. You mentioned that he had great upper body movement. In all honesty, I agree with you when he was at 154 to 160, but it seems like as soon as he hit the super middleweight division, he's adopted more of the high guard defense, walking guys down, walking them to the ropes, and then ripping combinations and then starting all over again. You don't really see too much of the elusive Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight, in my honest opinion. You feel what I mean? Like the Canelo Alvarez that we seen fight Caleb Plant wasn't the same Canelo Alvarez that we seen fight Daniel Jacobs when he had Daniel Jacobs shadow boxing in there. You feel what I'm saying? He had Daniel Jacobs swinging at thin air. With Caleb Plant, he was walking to Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is throwing combinations, and Canelo Alvarez is just absorbing it, turning, and, you know, walking him to the ropes, and then, you know, punching on his arms, punching on his body, and ultimately breaking Caleb Plant down. Those are two different types of Canelos that we seen, you know, in these two weight classes. What was you about to say?
I don't think he respected Caleb Plant like that. That's why he put his high guard up and walked to him. I don't think it was that he couldn't be elusive. I just think he didn't respect him, and he didn't think he could hurt him.
I think he's adopted a whole different type of defensive approach since going to super middleweight. You know, even with Jaime Munguia, somebody who has power, he wasn't really that elusive with him either.
Another fighter that, to me, was a substandard fighter to Canelo's level that he didn't respect, that he knew he could just outlast and break down. I think when he's in there with a live dog, somebody that he can actually get up for, I think you'll see a different level. Like we've seen, you know, as of late, right? Even though Floyd's not fighting real fighters, I'm just saying this for the point of making a point. When he's in there with lesser guys, now you see Floyd put a high guard up and just walk the guys. He's never done that before in his career. It's just showing an extreme lack of respect for the person he's in there with. But if you put him in there with somebody that he feels is a threat, I can bet, you know, my last dollar, you're going to see him move his head at that point.
Yeah.
No, Floyd, the most disrespectful in sparring.
Nah, he ruins guys in sparring. That's
No,
terrible.
I seen him sparring this TikToker, bro. That shit was crazy. He was jabbing him and laughing and talking to him about his mother.
I know
Everybody was
people.
pounding on the ring.
Listen, I know people that was signed with Floyd and watched Floyd spar. They say Floyd is a different motherfucker when he sparred.
Oh yeah,
That
that's evident. You know, what I
No,
mean,
he
I've
tried to
yeah,
seen
ruin
like
a motherfucker career.
they say he be packing. They say he be packing motherfuckers up in sparring sessions. It's crazy. But regardless, to finish up my point about the Benavidez and Canelo situation, I think he'll struggle with Benavidez's jab. I think the overall the height difference, I think he'll have trouble with. And I think that if Canelo were to go to Benavidez's body, I think that he'll be susceptible to like the uppercuts that Benavidez throws. And the overall combination punching, I think, will overwhelm Canelo as well. Another thing that I'm gonna say, I mean, the hand speed is evident. I think that that'll be something that may fluster Canelo. But Canelo's conditioning is not the best neither. You see what I mean? If I've seen Dimitri Bivol face Canelo Alvarez and force him to fight outside of his pace, you know, a lot of people say that Canelo Alvarez is a slow starter because you know they say that they be saying shit, these commentators be talking about he's calculating data and all this bullshit. Man,
they're
listen,
biased. They're biased. They're
yeah,
biased.
they're clearly biased. But the reason why he's a slow starter is because he's trying to preserve them gas tank for them later rounds if need be. You feel what I'm saying?
And,
That's just what I personally think. I don't think he blasted for 12 straight rounds. I don't see Canelo doing that in these higher weight classes. You feel me?
I don't see anybody at light heavyweight besides Benavidez doing that. But I'll say I had an opportunity to work as an inspector, Dimitri Bivol's corner when he was fighting Jean Pascal. And what I seen that impressed me most didn't even happen in a fight. It happened before the fight when he was back in his dressing room warming up. And what I realized and I seen for the first time in my life, being that he's an Asian Russian, right?
Uh-huh.
He's not really that. He's got the athleticism of a brother. Like his athleticism is like an American black fighter. And if you get to watch him, I knew Canelo was gonna have a problem with him because I always said Canelo has a guy that's more athletic than him, has quicker feet than him, is gonna beat him. I won money on that fight because I said Bivol will use his jab. He's gonna use his legs, not in moving, but just use his legs to be at the right distance at all times. And because he's more athletic than Canelo and bigger, it was going to be a tough fight for Canelo, and it was because again, Canelo can't beat anybody with good feet who's more athletic than him. That's what he. If you look at all the fights he picks after the Lara fight, after the Floyd fight, he always picks slow-footed guys, whether they're punchers like Triple G or whatever they are. He just makes sure he has quicker feet because that's to me that's his Achilles heel. Like he cannot deal with foot movement, and I think that's what Bill will use. Like he just was quicker. He can position himself way better, and Canelo upper body makes him look like an elusive athletic guy, but if you look at his legs, they're stuck in mud. He's really not.
Of course. But Bivol did more than give him movement. I think Bivol did a good job on applying pressure on Canelo as well.
The movement did it. But
and making Canelo fight outside of his pace where he's throwing more punches than usual. I think that Benavidez can do the same thing.
I think that to your point, you talked about the jab. Bivol's jab is amazing.
Yeah, he has a phenomenal jab. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. His straight shots in general are very fluid and very sharp. But I think that Benavidez will force Canelo to fight outside of his pace and make him. And I think he'll try to keep up with Benavidez. And in the process, when Canelo is forced to fight outside of his pace or throw a lot of punches, I think he's a 6-round fighter.
I can't argue with your breakdown, but the only thing I can say is, we haven't seen anybody be able to make him do that. And is it because the people he's fighting can't do that, or is it because the threat that he brings put them in a position where they can't do that? That's something I guess we have to see when they fight.
And Mazuma, Crown Jewel, great boxing talk. I don't want to break it up, man, but I'm going to head out. Peace, y'all, okay? I'll take it easy.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro.
So, yeah, I mean, I would love to see that fight, but I think the reality of the situation is I think that shit long gone, man.
No, it ain't never happening. That's why, and Benavidez knows that. That's why he's up at 175. Like, it's not happening. Canelo is not going to allow him to become a star I think the biggest reason Canelo ain't taking the fight because he knows there's a real chance that Benavidez becomes the Mexican star of boxing after that fight, and I don't think he's willing to give that to him.
Yeah, I think he would have been. And I was saying this too. I said this a couple days ago. No, actually longer than that, probably like a month ago. I was saying how Canelo would much rather lose to somebody who doesn't share the same ethnicity as him. I feel like he'd be damned if he let another Mexican beat him and take his spot.
Absolutely. And that's part of the arrogance of like a world-class athlete. You know what I mean? You can have a spot, but not mine. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but I think that's exactly what
You can
it
do
is.
good, just not better than me type shit.
Yep. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Like he's not gonna fight another high-level Mexican. Just like when he was saying he won't fight Mexicans. Like that wasn't because he's scared of Mexicans. That's because this is my lane and I'm not giving it to anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%. But I appreciate you coming on, Crown Jewel, man. I hope that you could come through on the live more often, man. You're a very knowledgeable dude from what I've been seeing, and I would like to see you continue to come through and show love to the channel. Do you post videos yourself?
I do. I got a channel called Crown Jewel Boxing TV. I don't post as often as I should, but I do have a channel, and I'm going to be stepping it up a little more soon.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Listen, I had somebody that used to come on here that I thought was a real knowledgeable dude. His name was Claymore Rain. And I told Claymore Rain, man, you could do something with this, man. You a knowledgeable dude. You got good, you know what I mean? The way you deliver shit, you just a smart dude, man. We need you in the boxing community, so start posting more. Now he just hit 1K subscribers, so I'm gonna tell you the same thing, man. I don't know exactly where your subscriber count is at this point, but one thing I can say is you a knowledgeable dude, you an experienced dude. You said you competed just like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being known, man, we need more people like you to provide insight on boxing because there's a lot of motherfuckers in the boxing world, man, that simply don't know what they talking about.
You ain't lying.
So
and they be blowing up too. That's what kills me.
The more knowledgeable people we bring to the YouTube boxing community or just the boxing world in general, the safer the boxing world will be. The boxing talk world will be. You feel me? So I hope you get more consistent with your channel. I'm gonna subscribe right after I get off of here, man. I appreciate you coming through and showing love, my brother. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Again, a pleasure to come on and share your space with you. Look out for me. You know, like I said, come by, subscribe. I've been in boxing 38 years. I mean, I'm 46 years old. I started when I fought it as 8, fought as an amateur, I fought as a professional. I train fighters now. I've managed fighters. I've co-promoted shows. I'm from right outside of Atlantic City.
What?
So I came up as an amateur in Philly. Pleasantville.
Bro, you not that far from me. I'm in Philly, man.
I came up as an amateur fighter in Philly.
Oh,
so,
man.
You know what I mean?
You got to come see
Terence, Crawford, rocking Tiger Island with younger guys than me, but I was around them as an amateur.
Tiger
Mike
Allen.
Britton.
Look at the shirt I got on. Check this out. Check the shirt I got on. Look at that.
My brother Nazim. Brother Nazim used to call my bedroom phone when I was a teenager, not my house phone. Thank you, man. Have a good one. You too. So, like, brother Nazim was it was times when I traveled as an amateur, right? And the only friendly voice in the place was brother Nazim.
I never heard brother Nazim. I never heard him say anything negative about anybody.
No, he was a great dude. Great dude, man.
I spoke to him a little bit. I spoke to him like a couple weeks before he passed away, man. And I was in Ocean City, Maryland when I found out, bro. I was devastated, but I was so happy that I had ran into him because I used to train at Delco Boxing Academy up in Glen Olden. And I guess he had lived around. So I had walked into a Walmart with my father, and boom, he walking out while we walking in. Bro, we literally forgot what the fuck we was going to Walmart for. We was literally talking in front of the Walmart for like 2 hours. The only reason why we stopped talking was because the sun set, bro.
Yeah, that's brother Nas.
Yeah,
I go
bro.
so far back with brother Nas. I remember him.
Do you know Coach Jaron?
Coach who?
You know Coach Jaron? Do you know Coach Jaron Baker?
The female?
Yeah.
I don't know her per se because I think I had stopped boxing before she came. But I inspected Dynamite's corner when he
Oh,
fought
okay.
on
Oh, Dargan.
Pascal and Bibble's undercard,
Yeah.
and she was in the corner too. So I had that experience. We
She
all
had
went
my
to the
gym,
corner
my
together.
brother. She had my
Good
gym.
peoples, good peoples.
Yeah, I own a boxing gym in Philadelphia, man. Pivot Boxing Academy. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. I run a gym down here in Jersey. I don't own it. It's a Pleasantville Rec Center, but maybe one day we'll get together and what I mean,
What type of
link up.
fighters you got amateurs?
I'm just starting to try to grow an amateur program. I got the gym I grew up in. For 3 years, there was no boxing there. So I got the state to fund putting equipment back in there just over a year ago now. I got my son in there who I never allowed to box his whole childhood. He's
My
now
dad ain't want me
22.
boxing either. He ain't want me boxing either.
Yep, he's kind of forced my hand. So at 22, I'm about to allow him to have his first amateur fight. I trained Anthony Young. I don't know if you know, a welterweight who fought
Juice.
Alexis Rocha and is Juice. I trained Juice along with Coach Reg up at TKO. I got Bruce Seldon Jr. His dad used to be the WBA heavyweight champ of the world. So, I was on the zone with Bruce the 26th of July. So I'm just kind of just building again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the beginning stages. Me and my boy Mighty Ivan Robinson, we were talking about doing an amateur show together. It's obviously probably not going to happen this summer, but me and Mighty's supposed to get together and try to put on an amateur show together.
Hey man, you let me know. I got a stable. I got a whole stable of amateur fighters that I train. I got a few open class fighters. I got some sub novice. So y'all ever do that, man? You know what I mean? Let me know, man. We could get that shit. I could send
Absolutely.
you the list. We could get that shit popping. I would love to go to Pleasantville or whatever to fight. I go to Jersey for amateur shows all the time. We was just in Rio Grande like a month ago. We was in
and that's a little further from you than me.
We be everywhere, bro. I be all up North Jersey, all that. We just be looking for fights and shit like that. You feel what I mean? Where the fuck was we just at? No, we was in Harrisburg a couple weeks ago. But we be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of amateurs that I train. I got at least 8 active amateurs right now, from 132 all the way to 165. So
that's what's up. See, the issue I have right now with amateurs, and I think it's a generational thing. I just had a big meeting with one of the coaches in my gym. We had a blow up, and then we ended up talking and bringing the fighters in. And he's a trainer that comes 2 days a week here, miss a week there. So he hasn't been there consistently. So he comes back like, how come you ain't getting these guys fights? You holding them back. And I'm a firm believer, if you ain't prepared to fight, I'm not getting you a fight. Like, I had a stablemate that died as a result of a boxing match. So, I take it very seriously. Like, you got to be prepared before I put you in a fight. So I start asking, and they kind of mad because Bruce Seldon Jr. came to me, and he's only been with me 6 months. And in 4 months, I turned him pro without an amateur fight. And he's like, well, how come Bruce didn't have to wait as long? So I had to kind of break it down to him. I'm like, well, this kid you talking about missed 3 days just last week. This kid been here for the past month, but prior to that, 9 months he wasn't in the gym. And I kind of asked him, I said, I pulled all the fighters together. I said, how many of y'all been running recently? Crickets. Nobody said nothing. I said, and you compared them to Bruce. So I said, how many of y'all have a strength and conditioning coach that you work with 5 days a week every morning and then come work with me every night? None of y'all. I'm like, so again, because you don't know what I'm doing, don't mean, you know what I'm doing. Bruce is working in a way that none of these guys are working. And in this, I'm telling him, I said, even my son, he's like, well, what about your son? Your son been in the gym. I said, my son missed 2 days last week. My son missed 3 days the week before that. And like I said, I'll say this because, ain't nobody really on here this late. It's me and you. I said, I caught my son smoking last week. So, no, that's why my son ain't fighting. So don't, So I'm like, don't come for me like I'm holding the kids back. Nobody wants to revive the gym and have the kids fighting again more than me, somebody who started boxing in this gym when I was 7. But I'm not putting them out there half-cocked. They gotta be committed and they gotta be ready to go.
Yeah, man. Putting together an amateur stable, that's definitely that takes time, bro. Like
it's tougher than pro to me. It's tougher than pro. It's tougher than pros.
Definitely. And you just they all gotta share a certain character. They gotta share certain characteristics that will give you that reassurance as a trainer that they'll show up and put the work in. Even when they're not in the gym, they stay in discipline and shit like that. They're not cutting no corners. It's tough, and you got to put a lot of trust in the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely go through your trial and errors, but it's definitely tough. But as soon as you start getting that together, man, you can hit me up, man. Pivot Boxing Academy, PIVOTT Boxing Academy. We on all social media platforms, man. So we not hard to find. You feel what I mean? And whenever you say you got a USA boxing sanctioned show, you let me know, man. I send you over my list, and whenever y'all do that matchmaking, I mean, we can get it popping.
I definitely will. And I know Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I'm 5 miles
I'll
from
be over
Atlantic
there.
City.
I'll be over there the end of September. I'll be at the Showboat. We got a pro fighting over there at the hard hitting
Okay.
card.
Oh, well, I'll definitely be there. But
All right.
I fought out of Atlantic City, pal. So I don't know if you know Coach Arnold up there, Pat's up there. We were actually stable mates, and Bill Johnson, like me and his son Levander, God rest his soul, who lost his life, defended his IBF title. Used to spar all the time. So I'm closely connected to everybody down here.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I definitely got to get more in tune with what's going on over there for sure. But
Yeah,
I'll be
definitely. We gonna link.
all right, bet. Yeah, we're going to do that, man. But I appreciate you coming on, my brother. I'm going to get up out of here, man. All right.
All right, man. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for having me.
Likewise, my brother. Thank you.
No problem.
Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob, man. We had a great conversation today. You know what I'm saying? If y'all appreciate the live that we just had, I've been on for 2 hours and 11 minutes, man. Y'all hit the like button, all right? Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.